Hello and good afternoon. It's your Pisces MC Trevor Quincy. Today is September 22nd, 2023. Happy Friday. Happy almost weekend. We are on the precipice of Libra season. That's right. Tomorrow, September 23rd, 2023, the sun ingresses into Libra. We are now in the final degrees, or actually I should say the final degree of the sun in Virgo. It's at 29 degrees right now. So we are finishing up lessons in regards to our daily responsibilities, day-to-day operations, work schedule routine around personal development and our physical health as well. Watching for self-criticism during this time, criticism of others, because we do strive for efficiency and to really become the best version of ourselves, essentially, when we do have Virgo energy activated in our charts. With Mercury getting out of retrograde, we're still in the shadow period for a couple more weeks, but that's okay. Mercury's just direct. I no longer have communication issues all that much. But I will say when Mercury is in Virgo, as I said, that's where the self-criticism comes in as well, too. But I will say just be sure to set things up to where you are on some type of schedule or routine, whatever works for you, implementing whatever you need to in terms of communication and your daily skills within your day-to-day as well, okay? Moving on, we do have Mars in Libra. Energy and drive is catered towards relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts as well. Just watch for any impulse or spontaneous energy around these themes as well. Now, when you're signing a contract, you want to just be sure to dot your I's and cross your T's. You want to make sure that you're not rushing through any business dealings or rushing in or out of relationships, partnerships, and interpersonal connection altogether, okay? The moon is in Sagittarius right now, so we may feel more optimistic than usual, which I, for one, feel more better. You know, the sun is out, the sun's shining, it's a good day today. But for the most part, you will find emotional fulfillment by paying attention to any belief system, your philosophy, even more so. Perhaps people may move or travel during this time as well. That can definitely bring emotional fulfillment too. But now is also a great time to focus on your life's purpose and taking action towards that as well. Just be sure that it is in alignment with your emotional well-being during this time. All will work out just fine for you. We do have Pluto retrograde in the sign of Capricorn right now. Now, for the United States, we're going through something special right now. We are going through our first Pluto return, but it's kind of the second hit, because our first hit was February of 2022. But our second hit of the Pluto return here in the United States is actually taking place at 27 degrees 33 arc minutes. Right now, Pluto is at 27 degrees 56 arc minutes. So we have a little bit to go in terms of retrogradation in regards to Pluto. But Pluto wants us to become our most vulnerable selves, really finding acceptance for our life and our shadow attributes, but going below the surface and accepting that as well, and also making peace with our past, anything that's holding us back, and really letting go of anything that we need to let go of or anything that's no longer in alignment as well. But with Pluto and Capricorn, this pertains to career, status, legacy, life's work, our authority, inner authority as well. Now, I will also say with Pluto in Capricorn, it does represent hardships as well, but Pluto's all about getting to the bottom of things, really getting the truth out. And so if there's any corruption or any energy that's not quite right, or people are not ready for the transition into Aquarius, because Pluto was in Aquarius earlier this year, March 23rd, I believe, Pluto ingressed into Aquarius, and then now it's retrograding back into Capricorn. Now, when Pluto goes back into Aquarius back in January 2024, we will actually see people falling from grace, the people that are not evolving towards making a difference for the community just for making a difference for themselves, okay? And so as we shift into Aquarius energy, or we're shifting into this major transition for the next 20 years of Pluto and Aquarius, we're kind of saying goodbye to those people who, they kind of portrayed to the world that they were making a difference. And in a sense, they did for themselves. However, it was more to their benefit instead of to the benefit of the collective. And so when Pluto shifts into Aquarius, you're going to see that the power is actually going to shift into the hands of the people, which can be a blessing and a curse as well. I do want to let you know, or I want to know what you actually have to say about Pluto ingressing into Aquarius. I want to know your opinion, so share that in the comments. Then we also have Saturn in Pisces with Neptune in Pisces as well. Now is a great time to pay attention to any dreams or visions that you may be having during this time. Saturn in Pisces is all about making your dreams a tangible reality, but also setting up energetic boundaries. That way you're not taking on other people's energy or energy that just doesn't belong to you overall. Now with Saturn in Pisces, it is also important to have a connection with the universe, set something up or deepen that connection if it already exists. But it's also important to develop your trust on your individual journey instead of just kind of focusing on the ninth house view of developing your faith. This is more your individual connection with the universe, juxtapose everybody else having that same faith or belief as you as well. Okay, now with Neptune, it can put a false illusion over your dreams during this time, so make sure that we're looking at your dreams from a more tangible, practical, or realistic perspective as well. That way we can take tangible steps to move forward. But remember, we want to balance out that energy, so actually tapping into the sun's energy of setting something setting up a plan, following something step by step in order to get to make your dreams a tangible reality, whatever that may mean for you. Of course, you want to locate Pisces and Virgo in your personal natal. Okay, then we have North Node in Chiron and Aries. Now, with North Node, it brings fated events towards the self-identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, and giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. With Chiron here, anytime when you feel like you can't be yourself or you don't know what direction to take in life, perhaps maybe you don't know your identity, or it's hard for you to establish independence, you can feel wounded from that. So really focusing on those goals, as well as thinking things through, really partnering up with other people as well, because currently Mars is in Libra, and the North Node and Chiron are expressing itself through Mars and Libra, since they're both in Aries. So Mars and Libra deals all about relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection. So it is really important for you to find balance in that axis and really tap into allowing other people to help you out, and not, just being kind of standoffish to other people, but actually developing connection as well, okay? Moving on, then we have Jupiter retrograde, Uranus retrograde, both in the sign of Taurus here. Jupiter retrograde usually gives more blessings than usual, and that's really determined based off of what Jupiter was like when it was direct. So whatever you were doing pertaining to wherever Taurus is in your personal birth chart, that's usually an indication to where you could be receiving blessings during this time. But Jupiter and Taurus also wants you to reevaluate and revisit any lessons or experiences that made you feel worthy, valuable as well. And Jupiter is also going to ask questions. Are there any places where you may be undervaluing yourself? That way you can actually get yourself in alignment to have more value in your life. Because how do we equate value or worth in this 3D realm is through money. Just be sure though that you're not equating money to your worth and value, because you're so much more than just this physical exchange in order to get these material possessions, okay? With Uranus here, just be sure that you're not spending more than what is coming in during this time as well. With Uranus and Taurus, this could be sudden awakenings around establishing your worth and value, or perhaps to your finances as well. Just be sure with Jupiter in retrograde that you are giving back to yourself, that you're filling up your own cup and replenishing yourself during this time as well, okay? And reestablishing that balance between giving and receiving, okay? Last but not least, we do have Venus in Leo, got out of retrograde period, but it's still going to be in the shadow period until about December, okay? With Venus in Leo, it is important to express our worth, our value, to become confident in what the things that we value, and to become confident in the things that we deserve. We are deserving as well. So becoming confident in ourselves, that the things that we may want in relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, even establishing worth and value and monetary income, we are deserving of having that, and we are to express that authentic version, or that authentic expression, out to the masses. That can actually bring in resources for us as well. This is also another indicator to have more fun in life too. Other people definitely want to have fun with you, depending on where Leo is at, because where Leo is in your chart, this is where you shine, and other people can definitely be coming in to support that at this time as well too. So any placements between, I would say, 10 to 20 degrees, leaning more towards 15, can actually have the more influence with people. People can be giving you resources to help you out in any sort of way, depending on where Leo is in your chart, as I said before, okay? We are doing readings today. Readings are going to be $15. All you have to do is send that to TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birth information. That is your date of birth, time of birth, and where you were born as well, such as location. Like the example that you see below, you can send it just like that in the note section when you're sending your donation. And for international birthdays, just be sure to format that month, day, year instead of day, month, year, okay? If you forget to send your birth information, that's okay. It happens. Just be sure to send it to TRZO, TRESCZO. That is not my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. That is my Instagram. What's highlighted up here is my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. But I will be giving a free reading to the first person that can correctly answer the following. What are the 5 dominant houses of Jupiter? What are the 5 dominant houses of Jupiter? There's actually 6. I will take 6. What are the 6 dominant houses of Jupiter? What are the 6 dominant houses of Jupiter? I will take 6. All right, so while you guys are answering that, I just want to let you know I do have a book out for people that are just learning astrology, that want to learn the astrology basics. It's called The Beginner's Guide to Life, Astrology Edition. That's available in the link in my bio under Trevor Sebastian Publishing. As I said, it teaches you the astrology basics. That also teaches you how to read your own chart. So if you're interested in that, just go to the link in my bio under The Beginner's Guide to Life, Astrology Edition. That's under Trevor Sebastian Publishing. And then, if you want to book a private reading, because these readings today, they're usually about like 10 minutes max, if not 5. So if in the case that you want a private reading, we go more into depth in your chart. I do astrology, numerology, and tarot. So if you're interested in those, you can check out the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. That way you get a more in-depth feel to what your energy is trying to show you. All right, let me start my poll as well. I want to know your rising sign. Do we got the fire signs, the earth signs, the water signs, or the air signs? Who's going to win today? We're going to find out and see. We do have answers right now. No tarot today. I haven't been doing tarot for a while because I wanted to focus more on astrology. I haven't really developed my audience in tarot that much. I mean, people still come. I still offer it from sometimes, like from time to time. But right now I'm kind of on a break because it does require more energy from me and more intuition. Whereas with astrology, that's just I'm more in the moment with that. Let's see here. My teachers use the whole sign, and they've been studying and practicing for 20 plus years. I also use whole sign as well. I don't use Placidus. But if people are used to Placidus, I will increment certain things into my analyses. But you're going to see in just a second for those who want to get a reading today, I usually stick to whole sign because that's how the planets will manifest. All right, we have 2nd house, 4th house, 6th house, 8th house, 10th house, 12th house. All right, you got some correct. Excuse me. Let's see here. We have 4, 9, 12, 5, 1, 10 houses. We got some correct. Some are correct. Let's see. I'm going to put a little hint. If you were here on Wednesday, somebody in the live said the 4 dominant houses. There are 4 dominant houses for every planet. Well, if you know those, then you'll know the other 2. Let's see here. 7, 9, 4, 12, 6, and 1. Some of them are correct. 1st, 4th, 5th, 7th, 10th. Wait, 1st, 4th, 5th, 7th, 9th, and 10th houses for Jupiter. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, 1, 2, 3, 4. There was one that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's one that's not in there, or that you didn't say. And one that's not supposed to be in there. For Ozzy, you were very close, but there's one that should not be in there. All right, let's see. Oh, someone said it. Once. Oh, let's see. Obi, I got you. It's you. Obi got it first. Let's see here. It is 1, 7, 10, 4, 9, and 12. There we go. Now, if you also would have said, I would have accepted 5 as well, but someone said 7 with it, or not 7. Wait, did I? 1, 4. Someone said it before. I just want to be sure that they didn't. 1, 4, 7, 10, 9th, and 5th. Yeah, no, it wasn't the 5th. The 5th house is where it's exalted, but it's. You have more of a dominance when it's in the angular houses and its most comfortable position, which is the 9th and the 12th. Okay, so let's review. Just changing my legs here. All right, so the first person who can correctly answer the following: what are the 6 dominant houses of Jupiter? So when we're looking at dominant houses, let's see if I can get this back up. So if we're looking at dominant houses in a chart, we first want to look towards the signs. So say, for instance, we're using Sagittarius here right now, too. Sagittarius is at 29 degrees Virgo in that 10th house whole sign. So any planets that are in the angular houses, what are the angular houses? The angular houses are the houses that contain an angle of the chart. Angles pertaining to the ascendant, the IC, the Amum Coli, then we have the descendant, and then the medium Coli as well, their midhaven per se. So now the midhaven could be in the the 11th, the 10th, the 12th, the 9th, or the 8th, but it can't cross over the descendant and the descendant. The IC can go from houses 2 to 6, so they could shift, but usually 1, 4, 7, and 10, those are going to be your traditional angles of the chart. So whatever planets are in the 1st house, the 4th, the 7th, or the 10th, no matter what planet you have, it's going to be dominant in your chart. You can be Sun dominant, Moon dominant, Saturn dominant, Jupiter dominant, Mars dominant, Venus dominant, whatever planets you have in those 4 houses, those are going to be dominant. Now for Jupiter, we also want to introduce the traditional houses that Jupiter rule over. Jupiter rules over Sagittarius and Pisces. Sagittarius ruling over the 9th house and Pisces ruling over the 12th. So Obi got it correct. Let's see here. And Obi, I have your information actually. So, but you won the free reading. So if you would want, you just tell me what it is that you'd like to get. Let me just move it this way. Can you guys still hear me? 1st, 4th, 5th, 7th, 10th, or 10th. Are you guys Googling this too? Hello? You already did a birth chart reading for me. If you pay again, is there another reading you can do? I usually do solar return readings, but doing like a reading, I usually just do these to, you know, for general analyses if people don't know or haven't had a reading before, or maybe they had a reading but their answers or their questions to answers that they haven't had answered before. That's what I usually do it for. I can do, like, if you're interested, I could do an astrocartography, maybe do like 1 or 2 cities and then see like from there. But I could do that, solar return. I'm not going to do synastry because I one, need the permission from the other person, and 2, that's so much angles to go over that we'd be here for a while. So let's see. No Googling. Yeah, no Googling. Yes, I'll DM you later. Does that work? Yeah. Well, this is reading for live, so you could DM me whenever, but like this is usually a reading to do readings right now, because that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to do readings right now. Let's see here. No Googling. Yeah, no Googling. No cheating. Pardon my ignorance. What is a solar return reading? So every year on your birthday, the sun is going to cross over the degree at which it was when you were born. And so every year when that happens, a chart is cast, and that's called your solar return chart. Usually gives you themes and things that are going to happen in the upcoming year for you. So if you're interested in that, if you had a birthday recently or you're coming up on your birthday, that's usually the time to get it. Otherwise, if you just had a birthday, I mean, we could tell you what's going on this year for the remainder of the year for you, but you usually do it like for the future, kind of. I'll be back around 2:40. I may not be here at 2:40. These are live readings. I just might have to get a call really soon. Not sure how long the live will last. Oh yeah, no, I may not be here at 2:40 because I'm also Central Standard Time. So it depends. It really depends. But I'll let you know. If so, we'll come up with something else. But let's see here. Readings are still open if anybody has if anybody wants a reading. But if anybody has any questions for astrology, this can also be Q&A as well, too. I'm not even mad about it. Well, while we do that, I'll actually leave this up. That way you guys can see not the ads, but that way you can see what's going on in the sky currently. Can I please get a free reading? I was second to guess it right. I mean, that would be up to Obi if he's able to give up his free reading. I like to pay for a reading. Oh yeah, you could definitely pay for a reading. It's just going to be $15. All you have to do is send it to TRZO LLC. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. Let's see here. But see, let's see. Will you be on? Would I be on again tomorrow? No, tomorrow's Saturday. I'm usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Yo. Let's see here. So you were second, but you weren't first. I said there's a free reading to the first person who correctly answers the following. But if Obi's still here and gives you your his free reading, then I could do that. That sounds fair. That'd be the fair thing to do. Please. As I said, that's up to Obi. That's not up to me. If Obi gives you his free reading, but he just left, so you could DM him and see, otherwise, I don't know. It's not looking good. Let's see here. But yes, as I said, I'm usually on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Today's Friday. Thank gosh. I actually like Fridays. I'm ready for this weekend. How was everybody's week? Was it okay? Was it good? Are you breathing? Love your personality. Thank you. Tell your friends. Top tier. Top tier. How's everybody doing so far? How's everybody doing today? It's a good day. Sunny skies. Winds blowing 15 miles per hour. East-northeast. I'm not seeing that handle on Venmo. Is that a 0 or an O? No, it's an O. TRZO. So they're all letters. TRZO LLC, not a 0. Life has been chaotic lately. Why? What's going on? Yep, did it with an O. Try my personal. This one's my personal. TRZO is my personal, TRESCZO. But TRZOLLC, did you do any spaces or anything? Make sure it's just all together. I usually don't have a problem with people finding it. You know. How do we know when we'll meet someone new from the chart? From the chart, there can be a couple of possibilities. If you're having 7th house transits, 5th house transits, if your 7th house ruler is transiting the 5th house transiting the 7th. If there's a conjunction between the 5th house ruler and Venus, a conjunction between the 7th house ruler and Venus, or Venus transiting through your 5th and 7th house. Did I miss anything? If you are women and you're looking for a male or like a husband type, then Jupiter transiting your 7th or your 5th. Nope, no spaces. Try TRESCZO. Otherwise, try my Instagram handle is also my Venmo. So try sending that too. Otherwise, I don't know. I don't know. But that's usually how how you'll meet somebody from the chart. I'm trying to think of anything else. And depending on where Libra sits, then that's just being the stretch, you know? All right, Amy, I got you. I think Obi's not here. But if you reach out to Obi, I'll give it. Otherwise, I may just I'll make an exception. All right. Amy is here. And Sarah, I got Sarah too. Venus is in my 5th right now. Oh, that's actually a great place. Venus is in planetary joy in the 5th house, but I haven't met anyone new. Does that work for everyone? Well, Venus right now is in Leo. So are you confident in putting yourself out there for dating? Have you taken the actions to set up anything to meet other people? Or are you just waiting around for just the universe to brush something in? Have you been preparing? Found your personal ascent. Woo! Great, great, great. All right, so we have Amy first, then we have Sarah. Because, it depends. If I'm still here, if Obi's still here, we'll put him down. Otherwise, we'll just keep it open for now. All right, we're going to start with Amy. We're going to just go here. Also, just be sure that you send your birth information if you haven't done so. That way, it makes it easier to get to the next person, you know? All right, Scranton. I don't have a song about Pennsylvania, but I know Dorney Park, Hershey Park, and all the other parks are there. Let's see. And 5:30. All right, here we go. All right, everyone. Stop. I said what I said. Am I wrong? All right, here's how my readings work, by the way. So before we take a look at your pretty chart here, we're going to go down here, and we're going to take a look to see if you have any critical degrees. Now, what are critical degrees? Critical degrees are degrees of significant importance. So if you have a critical degree, pay attention to the sign and the house. That is the sign and the house. Because with these critical degrees, they can bring in fated events, they can bring in people, places, things, the nouns, to really help you to grow and evolve on your journey. So it's really important to pay attention to if you have any critical degrees. But I'll let you know, because I'm going to go through every placement. Then I'll say, oh, this placement's a critical degree, or this placement is, or whatever. It's the worst here. But hey, no, I love the Poconos. Scranton's a little out of the way. Wilkes-Barre's the other way too. So I'm like, there's nothing going on in that metropolis. But I like Allentown. It's pretty okay. Philadelphia's I'm not trying to go to Philadelphia recreationally, but what else is in Pennsylvania? The water parks. I had my senior trip in Pennsylvania. Yes, I'm not going to get into what I did. Anyway, let's go here. Sun 26 Cancer, Sun's at a critical degree. Moon 7 Leo, Mercury 22 Leo, Mercury's at a critical degree. Venus 13 Gemini, Mars 25 Cancer, Jupiter 14 Aquarius retrograde, Saturn 21 Scorpio retrograde, Saturn's at a critical degree. Uranus 14 Sagittarius retrograde, Neptune 1 Capricorn retrograde, Neptune's at a critical degree. Pluto 1 Scorpio, North Node 14 Taurus retrograde, Chiron 12 Gemini, Ascendant 13 Sagittarius, MC Midhaven 3 Libra. All right, let's see what's going on up here. All right, Sagittarius ascendant, very fortunate ascendant, don't you have there? All right, part of your ascension requires you to focus on finding a belief system or a philosophy that best resonates with you, okay? Also finding a meaning of truth, whatever meaning for your life, whatever makes sense to you, honestly. You're here to figure out your life's purpose and expand on that. Higher knowledge, higher educations, teachers, gurus, spirituality also may have a big influence here. Uranus does not let you get comfortable, you know? And whenever you feel comfortable within yourself, whenever you feel that you're forming a sense of identity, Uranus has to change it up. It's sitting right on your ascendant. It's going to do that. It's really opening yourself up, awakening you to something more, something new, something else. It's going to keep you different. All right. So you are definitely a progressive individual here. You're definitely meant to bring something new for society to progress it forward. And so you may feel different. You may feel rejected from groups or friends. Perhaps it was hard for you to make friends early on because you were perceived as different. Be sure that you're understanding that you're different for a good reason and not so much the bad reason. Other people just don't have your energy like you have it. That's really just the truth of it, and they're just bitter. I said what I said, you know? Now, I will say your chart ruler is in the 3rd house. You have some very innovative thoughts. So definitely write down any ideas that you have, because that's going to help you like so much. And you just in your future, it's really going to help a lot. Now, with Jupiter being in the 3rd house also, you're very progressive, but you're also very wise. You have a lot of experience here. And when you do share to other people, when you're spreading the misinformation, you naturally blend in experience. Now, with this placement, it's very progressive. So people won't really take in the present moment what it is that you're saying. Is because your thoughts are actually ahead. You're kind of like, how do I describe this? You may have felt like you were kind of like you didn't belong in your age group, like you were older mentally than most people around you. So you're ahead of your time. And so a lot of your thoughts, your opinions, your ideas are very future orientated. They're very out of this world, you know? And so when you're sharing it with people, other people may not conceptualize fully what you're saying until days, weeks, months later down the road. But that comes with some life lessons in its own. That's really trying to teach you that you are here to really make an impact, but not really speak out every certain thing that you're going to do. Beware of who your audience is. Jupiter in the 3rd house may not be always aware, and sometimes may go on for that preachy teachy energy, so just watch out for that. But for the most part, just be sure that you're not telling everybody everything, because there are certain things that come to your mind that are just for you, okay? Moving on, we do have Neptune in the 2nd house. You may wish for financial stability, financial security, as well as to establish your worth and value. Okay, now I will say with Neptune here, just be sure to face your worth and value, as well as your way of making income in a more realistic sense. Since you have Capricorn here, karmic lessons can definitely present themselves through here. Now, Pluto has been transiting through your 2nd house for the last 15 or so years, you know, and so now you're kind of getting to the end of the lessons. You kind of already know that you have to put in work to get some monetary income. You're already aware of this. But I will say here, with Libra sitting in your 11th house, you may sometimes feel like you don't have the resources to make your dreams a tangible reality, or to execute any future endeavors that you may have had for yourself. You have all that you need to get to the next step. So whatever it is that you are meant to do, or that you have the urge to do, whatever thing is giving you that passion and drive, that's what's going to lead you to the next step. You have all that you need within your immediate environment to get you to that next step. Just be sure to take advantage of that. And it's a process, by the way. So it's not like things are going to just happen overnight and everything's just going to be like, wow. It's a process of getting to making your dreams a tangible reality and to execute any future endeavors that you have. But I will say, establishing a connection with the universe here can actually help you to step into your power to take the action that is needed, just as long as you don't obsess over these things, okay? Moving on, we already did Aquarius, nothing to Pisces, nothing in Aries. 6th house, North Node, Taurus here. Okay, very solid, very grounded energy. With North Node and Taurus, you're going to learn a lot about establishing your worth and value. Now, you're going to also implement certain things within your day-to-day that can assist with establishing your worth and value, as well as your personal development journey, becoming the best you possible. Just be aware of not getting too lazy within your day-to-day here. The condition of your 6th house is actually pretty good, because it's actually in the higher expression of itself. Venus in Gemini is actually the higher expression of Venus in Taurus, because it's second from the second sign. So I will say that Venus and Gemini, in terms of your day-to-day, you require stimulation. You just don't want to be bored or restless within your day-to-day. Whatever you do within your day-to-day, make sure that you're implementing certain things that could potentially help you to heal. Now, this could be ways of just having fun, playing a game within your day-to-day. Whatever it is, just incorporate things within your day-to-day that can actually help you to heal, because that in turn can actually help you to heal other people. Getting to Gemini in your 7th house, only reason is because Chiron in the 7th house, there are wounds around relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts as well. Now with Chiron and Gemini, this usually has to do with sharing your opinions, speaking up about your thoughts, or just speaking up in general. And people have probably tried to project onto you or shut you down in some way, and this could have hindered you from sharing your opinions and your thoughts with other people. Be sure to have a relationship with yourself. It's the best relationship that you can ever have, okay? Once you learn how to have a relationship with yourself and also stimulate yourself, really feed into your own ideas, feed into your own intellect, and also develop your skills as well, this can actually bring a potential partner for you. Not only that, it can help you to heal yourself and to heal other people too. It can even give you ideas, more progressive ideas that can help you towards your purpose, your career status, legacy, life's work, and executing your future endeavors too, okay? Moving on, we have the Sun and Mars in Cancer. Major focus is going to be on your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, and letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. With Mars and Cancer, you don't want to rush through your healing journey. You want to face your emotions head on. If you bottle up your emotions, this can lead to lashing out and violent outbursts. We wouldn't want that now, would we? Okay? I'm a tarot reader. Oh, are you? Now, I will say that 8th house energy does bring about divination, occult sciences as well. I'll also like a reading for you. At one point. But I will say, just be sure not to rush through your own personal healing journey, and also deal with any suppressed emotions that come up, because this can actually give you wisdom to help you find a certain belief system, a certain philosophy. It can even give you emotional fulfillment too. Okay? But moving on to Moon in Leo and Sun in Cancer, you actually have a mutual reception between the 8th and the 9th house here. So this means that your transformation, your healing journey can actually help you to figure out your life's purpose, or help you to figure out a belief system or philosophy. It can also help you to expand in higher knowledge and education as well. Just become confident, and just be sure that you are sharing any of your experience or your story with other people. You're actually meant to do that with Mercury and Leo here. Just become confident in expressing your experience in your journey. You've had to be strong, and you had to go through a lot in order to get to where you are now. And I could tell with Jupiter and Aquarius, people think that Aquarius is a social sign, but like, it's ruled by Saturn traditionally. So people don't quite understand what Jupiter and Aquarius may bring. It brings an abundance of, yes, being different, but there's also a shadow side to that. So just be sure here that you are speaking with other people about your experience, about your journey. Go into depth if you want to, but become confident and know that there is strength behind that confidence as well. That's actually what's going to lead to emotional fulfillment, okay? Moving on, we have nothing in Virgo. We have the Libra MC. You're meant to teach the collective a different perspective, okay? Now, with this placement, you know the saying, there are 3 sides to a story: side A, side B, and the truth. You can be that side B, you could be that side A. You are definitely sharing another perspective of the same story. Now, it's going to be 111 on the clock, so that could be confirmation for you. Whatever it is that you are meant to do, let's see here. It is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 places from itself. This could be very expansive for you, your mission in this lifetime. This could have to do with other people, helping other people, and doing something to help other people in a very innovative way. This can definitely be intellectual pursuits as well, or perhaps maybe you have multiple interests in to help other people to heal. Whatever it is that you're meant to do, just be sure that you are not giving to your detriment. With Libra energy, Libra tends to give to other people to their detriment or people please, so just watch out for those themes as well. But for the most part, other people will help you to execute your future endeavors as well. Last but not least, before I let you go, you have Pluto and Saturn in Scorpio in that 12th house there. Now, Saturn in the 12th is in planetary joy, so it actually does quite well. Just spend time by yourself to establish that connection, deepen it with the universe if it already exists, to take time to develop trust in the unknown, or to develop your faith on your individual spiritual journey. It's actually what's going to help you to step into your power. Just as long as you don't over-obsess over your spiritual journey or spiritual liberation at all. Watch out for vengeance, revenge, taking revenge, or over-obsession over something, somebody as well. That can actually come in through a hidden enemy or karmic dealing if not careful too. With Saturn here, just be sure not to overly control your spiritual journey. There could be fear of the unknown. There could be a fear of the things that are hidden. Just be sure to confront those fears as well, okay? You need to prioritize your healing journey. That's actually going to go in tandem with your spiritual journey as well. If you are not letting go of anything that no longer serves you, this will stagnate your journey. This will keep you from moving forward until you let go of those things. There's no karmic lessons here for you for that in Scorpio. So just be sure also that you're not micromanaging things that are outside of your control. Also confront fears of intimacy, vulnerability. That can be a karmic lesson for you to uncover as well, okay? I'm also seeing a T-square here. A T-square is a triangle of tension, so this means that there is inner conflict and tension between multiple areas of your life. This actually deals with your spirituality, spiritual liberation. This can deal with your community, communication, developing your skills, siblings, cousins, your immediate environment, as well as your belief system, finding your life's purpose, any philosophy that you may be in, religion as well, figuring out your truth in life. So tapping into incorporating, as I said before, with that North Node in Taurus, incorporating spirituality within your day-to-day, incorporating something within your day-to-day that finds a balance between your personal and your spiritual development will actually help you to alleviate any inner conflict and tension that you may be having, okay? But that's all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you, Amy. All right, and that's just how Sue sees it. That's how we do it. No doubt. Thank you so much. I've been wanting a reading from you. Oh, well, I'm glad you enjoyed. I'm glad you enjoyed. All right, let's see here. All right, so I do see that people are asking for readings and putting out their information. Readings are open. We just started not too long ago. So if you do want a reading, it's going to be 15 doll hairs today. All you have to do is send that to TRZO LLC. That is TRZO LLC. That is not a zero. It's just a letter O. So TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birth information, like date, time, and location. Those would be a necessity. Okay, like the example that you see right up there. All right, for international birthdays, just be sure to format that month, day, year instead of day, month, year, because we're not in Europe as much as we want to be. Okay, if in the case you forget to send your birth information, just be sure to send it to my Instagram at TRZO, TRESCZO. Okay, Sarah, we're up to you. All right. How can I get one? All you have to do is send $15 to TRZO LLC, and then we'll add you to the queue. Just be sure to include your birth information. All right, Sarah's here. Wow. All right, and Greenville, North Carolina. I have family in Greenville. Wait a second. Small world. Small world. All right, let's see what's going on here. From AM to PM, somebody hit the lights so we can work it out. That's right. Because we ain't going to start off right. From AM to PM. All right, Gemini Ascendant. Let's see what we have going on down here. All right, Sun 11 Leo, Moon 29 Scorpio. Moon is at a critical degree. Mercury 25 Cancer, Venus 6 Leo, Mars 18 Leo, Jupiter 29 Aries. Jupiter is at a critical degree. Saturn 14 Sagittarius retrograde, Uranus 23 Sagittarius retrograde, Neptune 5 Capricorn retrograde, Pluto 7 Scorpio, North Node 5 Aries retrograde. 55 can actually be a confirmation number for you if you're into numerology and seeing angel numbers. Chiron 26 Gemini, Ascendant 6 Gemini, MC 16 Aquarius. All right, let's see what's going on up here. Sarah, we have the same B-Day, just different years. Hey, B-Day twin. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We have B-Day twins in here. I've yet to meet anybody that has the same birthday as me yet. Anybody's birthday October 29th? Anybody have Amazon gift cards? Let me stop. All right, let's see here. Okay, Gemini Ascendant. Part of your ascension requires you to focus on your community, communication, developing your skills. Siblings, cousins, your immediate environment will also have an influence on this as well. It's all about the mind. It's all about your thoughts, your ideas as well. Your mind must race 1,000,000 miles a minute. God bless you. All right, just be sure to watch out for gossip, spreading misinformation. This can actually develop to your wounds there with Chiron being in the first house. You may have felt that anytime that you were being yourself, that or where you were standing up for yourself, speaking up for yourself, people tried to put you down in a sense. And this could have hindered you from finding your sense of identity or moving forward in your life as well. This could have also hindered you from opening up or sharing with other people, communicative or communication in general. Just be sure that you're finding an outlet to get those words out there, finding something that will help you to express those words or your opinions or speak up for yourself, rather this be journaling, talking to the universe, writing the letter that was never delivered as well. Also be sure that you are taking action towards your life's direction, doing the things that you want to do. Usually Gemini does things in multiples because they just go after their interests. So don't put your eggs in multiple baskets. Or no, sorry, do put your eggs in multiple baskets. Don't be afraid to put your eggs in multiple baskets is what I meant to say. Just be sure that you are keeping up with all your ideas, but finish what you started. That's all I'm going to say there too. But that'll help you to heal yourself and to heal other people as well. Also, the best relationship to have is a relationship with yourself, because we do have an opposition to Uranus here. In terms of relationships, you do yearn to be understood. Just be sure that you're understanding yourself. You'd benefit from having a friendship before making that relationship more serious, okay? Your chart ruler could be found in the second house of worth, value, material possession, as well as giving back to yourself through self-replenishment. Make sure that you are filling up your own cup here. You'd benefit from having multiple sources of income. You also get a lot of intuitive nudges. Don't question it. Don't react to it at all. Just listen to it, you know? But I will say here with Mercury in the second house here, it does get better with time, with Mercury's placement, I should say. Mercury tends to be a planet that does get better with time here. But with Mercury in Cancer, just be sure that you are catering to your emotional well-being, doing things that cater to your emotional fulfillment as well. All right, moving on. We already did that. So we have a party in Leo Sun, we have Mars, we have Venus as well. People like to hear what you have to say, actually. All right, so don't be afraid to speak up for yourself. It's actually going to be quite healing for you. Also, Venus is throwing a trine to your north node here, so pay attention to your ideas, because your ideas are going to be quite innovative and revolutionary. They can be used towards your destiny, because you're meant to you're meant to build something that's going to be around for some time. Or really, I would just say this. With Aries energy, just pay attention to what it is that you have the impulse to do. Okay, but definitely pay attention to your thoughts here, because you may be on to something here. Just be sure to take action after this thing as well. Watch out for impulsive energy too. But I will say, whatever dreams that you're trying to execute for the future, your ideas can be a catalyst for that, okay? Major focus is going to be on community, communication, developing your skills. It's the higher octave of Gemini, actually, Leo is. And so third house themes are going to be very important for you. And it's also going to be very important for your career. Whatever it is that you're going to do for your career, it's going to be quite original. Perhaps maybe very few people know how to do what you are going to be doing, or perhaps maybe you're going to be the first, okay? Whatever it is, pay attention to what it is that you would like to do. Pay attention to what grabs your attention and take action towards that, okay? You're meant to disrupt with Aquarius energy, so don't be afraid to really speak up, especially to where it's beliefs, higher knowledge per se, since Aquarius is in your ninth house. Also, if it's around relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, don't be afraid to speak up there as well too, since Saturn does throw a sextile to Aquarius. Saturn's the traditional ruler of Aquarius, by the way. All right, moving on. Oh, by the way, any information that you're sharing with other people, watch out for arguments and debates energies. Watch out for that as well. But any energy that you're sharing with other people, any information, just be sure to back that up with personal experience as well. Actually helps you to establish balance within that axis, okay? Nothing in Virgo, nothing in Libra. We have Pluto and Moon in Scorpio. Do we have? Yep. Okay, so emotional fulfillment can be found through your day-to-day endeavors, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health. There's power here, okay? Now, there's efficiency and power, because your Pluto placement's actually going to get better with time. Now, it's really important that you're not over-obsessing over work, your day-to-day endeavors, as well as your, becoming the best version of yourself, because this can actually cause some blockages. It can cause some corruption if not careful too. But just be sure to also prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, and implementing some of your healing journey within your day-to-day. That's actually the sextile between Pluto and Neptune. Now, with Neptune in the 8th house, this can bring false illusions around what the healing journey looks like. So just be sure that we are facing that in a more realistic sense. Juxtaposed, just like, I'm going to close my eyes for 5 minutes and boom, I'm healed, because it's not how it works. All right, with Capricorn here, there are going to be some karmic lessons that manifest through transformation, through your healing journey as well. So it is important to pay attention when that does happen, okay? Usually happens when you're going through some sort of transition. All right, moving on. We do have Saturn and Uranus in Aquarius. Sagittarius, already went over that. Capricorn, already went over that. Aquarius, MC, already went over that. So North Node in Aries. With North Node in Aries, this means that fated events will happen around friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. Hey, Alara, how you doing? Now, just be sure, as I said before, watch out for impulsive or spontaneous action towards executing your future endeavors. You also may be destined to be in a leadership position with Aries in the 11th house. Just be sure that we are not being too authoritarian or too domineering, per se. That would be a better use of that word there. Now, your North Node is going to manifest itself 5 places away. So part of your destiny is going to require you to build up your confidence, to express yourself, to put yourself out there. It's also going to bring in people that will help you to express yourself in the most authentic version possible, okay? As I said, just watch out for being too domineering. But for the most part, everything seems to be A-okay with this North Node energy here. You're actually having a lunar return return right now. You're a ways away. You're about a couple months out from it crossing directly over your north node. But since Jupiter, you also have Jupiter here too. Right now, pay attention to any opportunities that may be coming in during this time because these are actually fated for you. So pay attention to that as well too. Just making sure that Jupiter is also at Aries as well. So that's the last thing before I let you go. With Jupiter in Aries, this is going to bring a lot of energy and drive to your friends, groups, networks, and organizations. Jupiter 11th also makes things effortless within your making your dreams a tangible reality. Just be sure here, as I said, just don't rush through or just don't rush enough when you're getting frustrated or asking yourself, why is it taking time? Within the next 2.5 years, or like after Saturn gets out of Pisces and goes into Aries, you may feel like things are moving painfully slow for you. Just be sure to take your time during this time, okay? But for the most part, since you are having a nodal return, and Jupiter right now is crossing over that nodal return as well too, just be sure to pay attention to what's going on right now, specifically in your immediate environment and in your thoughts as well. You could be getting some ideas that could be quite revolutionary during this time too, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. You doing good? I'm doing okay. I'm breathing today. It's sunny skies, winds blowing 15 miles per hour, east, northeast. You know what I'm also noticing too? When I'm in the flow of things, like after a retrograde period, I tend to like stutter because I'll have great days where I'm like, oh my God, like Mercury retrograde, like during it, I'm fine. I can speak fine. Everything's great. But then like right after it, or when it's in the shadow period, that's where I'm like, you know? Awesome. Thank you. Of course. Of course. All right, well, the readings are open. If anybody has any questions so far, let's take a look at the polls. Let's see what's going on here. We do have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 11-11 tied with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, 33-33 with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and then we have 44-44 Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We love the synchronicity theme that's going on right now. Do you think things will get better for the fixed signs after the eclipse in October? Well, let's find out. A 1, a 2, a 3. I just gotta load the ephemeris real quick. So let's see here, because the energy of the eclipse will be happening. Now, I will say for the fixed signs, depending on what your sign is. For Scorpio, the full moon is going to be more of a quincunx for them. I'm sorry, not the full moon. Is it going to be a new moon? No, it's going to be a full moon. So yeah, the full moon for them is going to be at a quincunx. And then this is going to be semi-sextile for Taurus. For, let's see, Aquarius, it's going to be a sextile. And then for Leo, it's going to be a trine. So, no, for the fixed signs, it's actually, things are going to get much better, especially for the eclipse season. Now, eclipse seasons usually bring, like, massive beginnings and massive endings. Like solar eclipses, those are more like your outer, like, whoa, things are changing. Lunar eclipses are more internal. So, for the lunar eclipse, since this is going to be a lunar eclipse happening in October, this is going to be a more inner shift for the fixed signs. For Aquarius and Leo specifically, it's going to be more beneficial than for Taurus and Scorpio, because it's going to be semi-sextiling Taurus, which means that Taurus may feel it, but they won't feel it as greatly. Scorpio will be forming a quincunx to this full moon, so that means that there's going to be a lot of start and stop energy, so compromise is going to be needed for the Scorpio risings or suns as well. For Taurus, as I said, it's semi-sextile, so you guys may not feel it as well. For Aquarius, it's going to be a sextile. So this is energy that can actually be very opportunistic if effort is put in, depending on where this is going to manifest in your chart. But for Aquarius, it's going to be in the 3rd house, so effort is going to be needed, especially around your community, communication, developing your skills. For Leo, this is going to be happening in the 9th house, so this is actually a more opportunistic time for Leo, especially because it's also trining Aries as well. So for the fixed sign, I think that October is going to look quite great, especially around the time for the eclipse. Let's see here. Some astrologers consider the shadow period worse. It makes sense. Yeah, no, like, the before shadow period, I just don't feel it. I'm acting fake. I said what I said. And then during it, I don't feel it as much. And then after, it's just like, it's crap, you know? But I feel okay. Like, this is one of the first retrogrades that I'm not, like, feeling. But, like, my speech is just all over the place. But then again, it's in my 3rd house, so it makes sense. I'm a Taurus rising in Scorpio sun. I'm sending thoughts and prayers. But no, I will say it may not have that much of an impact. It may impact your finances or perhaps your worth and value on a more internal level, in regards to, oh wait, actually, just kidding. Scratch what I just said, because I was reading that as if Aries was your first house. If you are a Taurus rising, this is actually happening in your 12th house. So spiritual, oh, this is going to be more spiritual for you. So this is going to be an internal spiritual change or a spiritual shift. The eclipse, the lunar eclipse for you is going to be. Now, the solar eclipse is not happening until about March. So you have some time there, but that's actually, oh, sorry, the solar eclipse is going to happen in your 12th house. The lunar is going to happen in your 6th. So this is going to be more of a spiritual journey for the solar eclipse. So there are going to be massive changes happening on a spiritual level. Now, I will say this could actually be a time where like dreams may come true, like fated events may happen during that time where your dreams may be coming into your reality around March of 2024. Now, with the lunar eclipse, this is going to be on a more internal personal development label. I'm done. This could be a personal development level. Now, I don't believe Mars is still going to be here, depending on if it is. I mean, it's all going to happen in the next couple of weeks, but Mars moves pretty fast. So I will say that for the lunar eclipse, just be sure to watch out for anything that makes you frustrated, because that could be the very thing that's testing you during this time for Taurus rising. Any forecast for Aries rising? Chad, I just got through. Okay, so for Aries rising, well, this is going to happen in your first house. The solar eclipse is going to be very better. So for March of 2024, I'm really looking forward to doing Aries risings. But for the lunar eclipse, it's going to happen in your 7th house. So I would say just watch out for rushing in or out of relationships. I don't know if like Aries risings haven't been getting a lot of like love readings lately pop up on their FYP or wherever they get their readings, but there could be a fated encounter happening in relationships, partnerships. It may be more of an internal. This can even just mean that you're going to the next level in a relationship for Aries risings, but it's going to be a lunar eclipse. So this is more an internal change happening. So perhaps there could be an internal change happening within the business structure if you have a business, or perhaps in a relationship, maybe you're leveling up, maybe there could be an ending happening. Usually the period between lunar and solar eclipses are not a period for you to, it's not recommended to really do anything during the time. But I will say that when March 2024 comes around, it's going to be a very important time, because not only will you have the North Node in your first house, you'll have the Sun and the Moon as well. And Chiron's going to be here too. So perhaps whatever's coming in March 2024 for you, it's actually going to help you feel more like yourself, and it's going to be quite healing. So I will say that for the eclipses, something may end or something may shift on an internal level coming this October, and then come March 2024, that's when things will start picking up for you. All right, the lunar eclipse is the day before my birthday at 5 degrees Taurus. Oh my God, I'm going to feel that. I'm going to feel that. That's a great birthday present from the universe. Look at God. All right, let's see here. Oh, we got a new Venmo. Give me 1 second. We have Ozzy. Is Ozzy here? Oh, what you know about Austin, Texas? Wait a second. Am I in confusion? Am I being seen? Ozzy is here. Thank you. Of course. I'm just going to answer a couple more questions, then we're going to get to your reading. All right, let's see here. Thank you. I've been going through it as a Taurus rising Scorpio sun. Child, you got Uranus in your first house too. Sending thoughts and prayers. Couldn't do it. All right, Cancer rising. Oh, this is my rising here. Okay, so the lunar eclipse is going to be happening in our 4th house. So home, feelings, processing our feelings and our emotions, or our emotional well-being, as well as learning ourselves at a foundational level as well too. There may be some internal changes to really move us into our authenticity more. There could be things that frustrate us at an emotional level during this time, family especially, so definitely watch out for that for our Cancer friends. But then March 2024, it's going to be a great time for career, status, legacy, life's work. This is really when we're going to be out and about. You know, people that made fun of us, people that slept on us, they're really going to be like, because now we're doing things. I'm just kidding. I'm being bitter. But like, no, there's going to be some major changes on a massive level for career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure to watch out for impulsive energy during this time too, because that can actually leave a lasting effect. All right. And that's for Cancer rising. My nose, like this one side of my nose has been stuffy. Don't you just hate it when like one side of your nose gets stuffy and not like both are I mean, well, if both were stuffy, that would be something different. But like for me, I always wake up and it's this one side and it just feels like all this pressure's on this side of my face and I'm just like, hi, yeah, I'm okay. All right, you should focus more in sun transits. It's your Lord of the year, I think, for about 1 month, for one more month, because then it's going to be Mercury. Oh, by the way, I looked at my solar return ascendant. Guess what I'm going to be? I'm going to be a Virgo ascendant. It's conjunct my North Node. Sending thoughts and prayers for what that's going to look like. But I'm like, I'm not so, hype on having a Virgo ascendant. This year I was a Cancer ascendant. And then the year prior to that, I was, what was that, 2021? I think I was a Sagittarius ascendant. So I went from fiery, having energy all the time, to just wanting, no, actually, just kidding. 2020 coming into 2021, I was a Sagittarius ascendant. Going into 2022, I was a Pisces ascendant. And that was just, no, do not recommend that. 0 out of 10. And then last year, I was a Cancer ascendant coming into this year. And then this year, moving into next year, I'm going to be a Virgo ascendant for my solar return. All right, so let's see. Girl, the Mercury retrograde next year, I'll pray for you. Oh, no, it's in Aries, isn't it? I feel like it's going through the fire signs, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to be a Pisces ascendant, opposite rising. Oh, come on. Still twins. I'll bank on it. But I will say this, where is Pisces in your chart? What house is it activating for you? Because for me, it was like right on my MC, and it did not feel like a dream come true. It was very isolative. Like, I got a lot of work done. Like, that was the year that I built up my TikTok, but like, I just did not recommend it. It was in my 9th house too. Oh, it's my 3rd house. Oh, you're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good year for you. You're going to be very communicative. You better start putting your work out. I see you. All right, let's see here. All right, so let's get to Ozzy. I'm sorry. I'm sitting here chatting, having a good time. All right, Ozzy, let's get to you. I also got another one. AA, just let me know who you are and if you're here. That way, I'm not going to lose my mind, because I'm like, huh? Let's see here. Austin, Texas. What you know about Austin, Texas? Are you still in Austin, Texas? And you have the same birthday as my friend. And a really good friend. Really, really good friend. Oop, don't call me out, T. I'm AA. Great. Oh, I moved to Atlanta. Ooh, how's Atlanta? Are you enjoying that? How is it muggy? Because the humidity. Wait, Virgo is 3rd house for you, right? So we'll both have 3rd house then next year. Yes, we will. Oh my God. Yeah, no, I'm excited to see, but I think the last time I was a Virgo ascendant was when I was in like 5th grade, 4th grade. And I'm like, child, I don't remember long ago like that. All right, Scorpio ascendant. Let's see what's going on down here. Sun 23 Leo, Moon 18 Scorpio, Mercury 2 Virgo retrograde, Venus 2 Virgo retrograde, Mars 20 Virgo, Jupiter 24 Leo, Saturn 2 Aquarius retrograde, Uranus 10 Capricorn retrograde, Neptune 14 Capricorn retrograde, Pluto 17 Scorpio, North Node 17 Capricorn retrograde, Chiron 3 Leo, Ascendant 8 Scorpio, Ascendants at a critical degree, MC 12 Leo. All right, not Atlanta is trash. T. One thing is their airport. Well, I just don't understand why somebody has to have that much space for an airport. There are too many heads. I feel like I'm in a mall, an overcrowded mall full of heads, and nobody wants to move. Nobody knows how to walk down there. I said what I said. Let me stop before I go on a tangent. All right, let's see here. Scorpio ascendant, part of your ascension is for you to focus on your healing journey, prioritizing your healing journey as well, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past. Intimacy and vulnerability will also have an influence here too. Just be sure to let go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. Not only will this help you to step into your power, it'll also give you emotional fulfillment. Look at God. All right. However, just be sure that you're not over obsessing over the themes that I just mentioned. Also over obsessing over self-identity, independence, and taking action towards your life's direction as well, okay? That's what's going to help you to step into your power. Any action that you're taking towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, it's going to just require that it resonates with your emotional well-being. Otherwise, it gets the job. With Moon and Scorpio, not the greatest of placements, but I will say here that you are very in touch with your emotions. You definitely feel a more deeper side of your emotions and rather have those deeper connections with other people too. I will say, dealing with your emotional well-being can help you within your career status, legacy, and life's work, because part of what you're meant to do is you're meant to become confident for the collective to help other people to express their authentic selves. Okay, it's actually not only your mission in this lifetime for the Leo MC, it's also part of your focus and what you're becoming into. Okay, but you have 2 chart rulers. First is in the 1st house, so we already talked about Pluto, and then we have in the 11th house of friends, groups, networks, organizations, and the execution of your future endeavors. Now with Mars and Virgo, it's usually a fairly normal energy. There's nothing too out of the ordinary with Mars and Virgo. Just be sure that you're not overworking yourself to your detriments, okay? Mars and Virgo usually does fight for your health, for good health, I should say, but you're not meant to do everything on your own. Do pay attention to your ideas, because you do have some innovative ideas to execute towards your future endeavors, but other people are going to help you out here too, okay? So just be open to receiving. All right, moving on. We have nothing in Sagittarius in that 2nd house. Just watch for frivolous spending. I said what I said. All right, we do have Capricorn, 3rd house. We have North Node, we have Neptune, and we have Uranus here. Very progressive thoughts, very progressive ideas as well too, very progressive opinions that you may have too. Now, sometimes when you're sharing opinions or when you're just sharing information with other people, may not take to people right away. It may take days, months, years, however long, because Uranus is all about progressivism. And so you may be ahead of your time in regards to the way that you speak, in regards to your thoughts, the thoughts that you may be having as well. You may be way ahead of time. And so whenever you are sharing information with other people, just give people time to process it. That's it. Connecting with with the universe, connecting with your sources, your spirits as well, whoever it is that you would like to connect with that helps you to develop your faith, they can also give you ideas to execute towards your future endeavors as well. Just be sure not to rush through that process, all right? With North Node here, you could be a jack of all trades, master of none, and you'll even do it better than the master of one. It is really important with North Node and Capricorn that you are taking your time with whatever it is that you're setting up for yourself. Now, you can do multiple things, because the 3rd house likes to do things, you may have multiple interests, so just put your hand in multiple things. But with Capricorn, there just needs some structure, stability, and organization around it. That's it. Moving on, we have Saturn in the 4th house. This can actually be an indicator of not receiving enough emotional nourishment in early childhood. Perhaps there could be some tension or a harsh relationship between the mother and child, or family and child, or overall. It is really important to really master your emotional well-being, feeling your feelings and emotions through, rather than distancing yourself or perhaps detaching from your emotions overall. You also don't want to over-intellectualize your emotions, but rather feel them through. Emotional regulation is going to be very important for you as well. It's actually going to help you within your career, status, legacy, and life's work too, okay? With Saturn in Aquarius, I will say that just be sure that with anything that happened within your early childhood, this could actually help you towards your future, or actually towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure that you are keeping discipline, putting structure and organization and consistency, taking your time behind whatever it is that you're doing, okay, or planning to build within your public life. All right, nothing in Pisces, nothing in Aries, nothing in Taurus, nothing in Gemini, nothing in Cancer. We have Chiron, we have the Sun, the MC, Jupiter, and Mercury here in Leo. Just making sure. No, Mercury's in Virgo. So we just have Sun, Jupiter, and MC in Chiron. Okay, cool. So as I said before, part of your becoming requires you to become confident, put yourself out there, and really get comfortable expressing your authentic self, shining your light, not dimming it because of other people's projection or because of self-sabotage. Okay, with Chiron and Leo, early on, people tried to dim your light. They tried to keep you from expressing your authentic self, and this could have caused some wounds for you. Be sure to go after your goals, your career, status, legacy, and life's work, and also go after that with such a confidence. Going after that in an authentic way, that's actually going to help you to heal yourself and to heal other people. Just be sure there's also a balance between your public and your personal life as well, okay? There's going to be a lot of opportunities that come in for you for your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure that you're taking advantage of them. Watch out for becoming overly confident, okay? That could be the shadow side of Jupiter and Leo, okay? But for the most part, I will say, I think that's pretty much it. Oh, Jupiter conjunct the Sun. There's going to be a lot of wisdom that you can accumulate within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Be sure to share that with other people too, okay? That can actually contribute to your emotional fulfillment, all right? And then we have Mercury, we have Venus, and we have Mars and Virgo. Mars we already went over, so I'm not even gonna spend so much time on that. Watch for self-criticism, criticism of others, Mercury and Virgo here in the 11th house, all right? As I said before, pay attention to your ideas. They're quite innovative and revolutionary. Other people are meant to help you out within this area, so just be sure to open yourself to receive as well, okay? You could be a picky patty. I said what I said with Venus and Virgo. I have Venus in the 6th, so I'm calling myself a picky patty. You just know what you want. You know what you value. You're not going to settle. I'm not mad about it. Just be sure that you're not being too picky to the point where there's like nobody. You're not receiving help at all. Okay, that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, had to take a breath, didn't I? Okay, Kimberly, I got you. All right. Are you still doing readings? Yeah, readings are still open. All you have to do is send 15 doll hairs to TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. Name is anonymous through all three platforms. Just be sure to include your birthday, time, location, and like the example I just see right up there. And then that's pretty much it. And if you forget to send your birthday, it's okay. Just send it to my Instagram at TRZO. And let's see here. AA is next, and then Kimberly. Is Kimberly here? Because I got you. I don't know that. Wait, what? Oh, yes, I'm here. Gotcha. All right, Seattle, Washington. I went to Seattle. I actually took an Amtrak from Seattle to New York. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I would. 10/26. Oh, your birthday is 3 days before mine. And some years, too. But 3 days. All right, here we go. Is AA still here? Is AA still here? I saw her before. Remember her before. I love this. What's my fave country since you love traveling? Oh, God. I can't say the Dominican Republic because, like, the only thing I liked about the DR was the resorts that I stayed at. I would say London. London was good. London was fun. It was a good time. Yeah, no. I'm trying to think of like a warmer country that I enjoyed, but I'm like, I don't think I went to any warmer countries when they were warm. You know, the only warm country I've been in that was warm was here, you know, but I mean, the States can be their own country in themselves. But I would say London. London was pretty sunny when I was over there. It usually rains a lot. But when I was there, it didn't really rain all that much. Plus, I enjoyed London was pretty sunny when I was over there. It usually rains a lot. But when I was there, it didn't really rain all that much. Plus, I enjoyed my experience. I enjoyed just meeting people. And I lived like a local when I was out there. I didn't have a hostel or anything like that. I had a friend that lived out there, so I kind of lived out of the way. So I think that was an experience that I liked because I got to see how like actual people like live here. Like for instance, when I lived in Hawaii, like that was the one thing that interested me. Like I didn't really want to go on vacation to like resorts and stuff because I feel like I'm falling in love. Well, it's like Neptune in a chart. I feel like I'm falling in love with a false illusion. You know, I want to see the nooks and crannies, like what y'all really going through. But that's how I decided how to go to school in Hawaii because I was visiting there and I was like, how do you guys learn here? And so I applied and I went. Have you been to London during Christmas? I have not during Christmas. I know they have I think it's the Oxford streetlights. I don't know if they still do that, but I'd love to go during Christmas time because my friend was telling me they used to like decorate with lights and things like that. But have you guys noticed here lately, they don't decorate with lights all that much. I think it's sick. Is AA here? I have her chart up. I'm sitting here exposing it to the public. Yeah, I did a semester in Hawaii. It was fun. Oh, God. Great. I'm sorry. I was just chatting. I just wanted to make sure that you were here. All right. I'm just going to leave this here because I'm like, the North Node and Sag is just... Oh, yeah, I did a semester out there. It was fun. You know, I was going to do a whole year out there, but then, like, I was out there during that missile crisis thing. Did you guys hear about that? Like, that Amber Alert that got sent? I remember when that happened, like, I woke up to that, and I remember trying to book a flight thinking that was going to save anything, but my friend was sleeping in my dorm at the time. I've never heard so many flip-flops, like, flip-flop, during that time because, like, we thought it was real. But that kind of, like, put into perspective how far Hawaii is from just California alone. And at the time, I was living in New York, and that's a 12-hour flight. And so that's when I was like, okay, so there was this Amber Alert that went out, because at the time, this is when Donald Trump was being himself with North Korea, and people were making rumors about like, oh, there's gonna be missiles that are gonna come to America or whatever. I kind of ignored it, but then like somebody in my class, I remember they were like, well, Hawaii is the first state that they're going to cut, like that's the first state you're hitting when you're coming from that direction. And so people were basically making rumors like days before it happened. It happened, I believe, on a Saturday. I remember it happening on a weekend. And it was like it was like one of our first weekends appointments back either the first or the second week. And then I'll never forget it. Like that night before, I had a really good time. Everything was great. It was good to be back or whatever. That next morning, I woke up to an Amber Alert on my phone vibrating, my friend's phone vibrating. I had roommates at the time, their phones were vibrating. My friends were texting me, cause we thought it was gonna be a joke. Then we woke up to it. People were running, people were screaming, on campus. But like, at the time I was just like, what are people screaming about? I don't think it's that deep. But like, it didn't set into me that I was just like, oh, this could be real. But it ended up being a false alarm anyway. And I don't know, like ever since then, that's when it clicked into me like, oh, there's some real life stuff that can happen if I live here. Not saying that like it would ever, happen, but it could, that was kind of like the proving point. So I was just like, yep, no, gotta go, but it was fun. I enjoyed living there. I made friends and but I was living on, if you're into astrocartography, I was living on my south node AC line. So I was living as if I was living on my south node line. And it was fun at first, but it got boring very quickly. If that made sense. The us loves making drama IG. Ooh. Wait, the US loves making drama. Oh yeah, no, like I'm just, at this point, I feel like people are trying to keep up a false illusion that is no longer working. Clearly we have Gen Z that is not afraid to speak up on it, and you can't keep us silent forever, like it's just, you're just getting bad at your job. That's what it's giving. You're getting bad at the advertisement. There's no jingles. That's what it is. Sent. I had your info from the last time in PayPal. Okay, gotcha. I think I had somebody, so I'll add you to the list in just a little. All right, here we go. AA, I'm so sorry. I've been keeping you waiting. I'm sitting here gossiping like a schoolgirl. All right, here we go. Sun 4 Scorpio, Moon 21 Scorpio, Moon's at a critical degree. Mercury 27 Scorpio, Venus 9 Sagittarius, Mars 21 Cancer. 2121 could be a number that you're seeing in numerology. That could be a confirmation for you. Jupiter 3 Libra, Saturn 11 Aquarius, Uranus 14 Capricorn, Neptune 16 Capricorn, Pluto 22 Scorpio. Pluto's at a critical degree. North Node 23 Sagittarius retrograde, Chiron 22 Leo, Chiron's at a critical degree. Ascendant 13 Cancer, Ascendant's at a critical degree. MC 15 Pisces. All right, let's see what's going on up here. Cancer Ascendant, that's right. Same here, we're Cancer twins. How is it like being a Cancer Ascendant for you? The other day, I was actually like thinking to myself, like, what is Cancer energy? Like, because what everybody else is saying about Cancer energy, I just don't feel it. And I just want another, like, do you feel it? Do you not feel it? I want to know. But part of your ascension is for you to focus on your personal life as well as your emotional well-being, feeling your feelings and your emotions through, really catering to your more nurturing side, listening to that intuition, as well as really learning yourself at a foundational level. Who are you truly, okay? This is actually going to go in tandem with your career status, legacy, and life's work, okay? Part of that's going to really be unfolded through your life's purpose. But what is that? It's in Pisces, so of course it's not going to reveal itself to you right away. Silly you. All right, let's see what else is going on here. You have Mars in Cancer here, so it is important to face your emotions head on. Violent outbursts, lashing out can be a result of bottling up your emotions, so be sure to process them in the moment or whenever you feel that you can, okay? Whenever you feel comfortable doing so. But Mars in the first house gives you energy and drive to cater towards your life's direction and really help you towards your career status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure not to rush or be impulsive or spontaneous through these themes, okay? Your chart ruler, your first house ruler, could be found in that 5th house of developing your confidence, putting yourself out there, expressing your authenticity, and shining your light, not dimming it because of other people's projection. With Moon in Scorpio, this can give you emotional fulfillment, and this is actually part of your becoming as well. Now, this can also be a means for you to step into your power. This can also be exhibited within your career status, legacy, and life's work. Just be sure that we're not over-obsessing over these themes, and also be sure that you're prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past as well, okay? Now, this is what's going to help you to step into your power. Also, you could be a great speaker. Be sure to express your thoughts, your opinions, any speaking up for yourself, whatever that may mean to you. That could actually be utilized within your career status, legacy, and life's work. You have a lot of aspects to your career status, legacy, and life's work, but you may be wondering what it is that you're destined for. You may see a vision for what it is that you're meant to do. Now, things are going to be revealed to you in due time. However, it's all about the process of getting there. So you see that vision, but do whatever you need to do do possible or anything that you deem fit to get to that next step, okay? If you feel that you don't need or that you don't see anything right now or you just can't do anything, just stay still, okay? Because you are being guided within your career status, legacy, and life's work. There's a purpose that you're here to do. That's why you actually have a grand trine, okay? You're very much in alignment with your dharmic path, and there's not much that you need to do. So just sit still if in the case that you feel like life is not really moving, because life is kind of moving you, okay? You're being guided by the universe, especially within your life's purpose and within your career status, legacy, and life's work, okay? Let's see what else is going on here. Alara, you picked up on that very fast because I didn't even get there yet. Let's see what else is going on here. Now, we have Chiron and Leo in that second house. So there are wounds pertaining to worth and value, perhaps confidence as well, where you felt that you couldn't be your authentic self because anytime when you were trying to put yourself out there, people were trying to dim your light or kind of shut you down in a sense. Just making sure that Chiron is not retrograde because that can indicate self-sabotage too. Just be sure that you are catering towards having fun, enjoying life for its recreation as well. That will actually help you to become your more authentic self, tapping into that inner child energy, as well as not equating money to your worth and value, finding the balance between giving and receiving as well too. Okay, this is actually going to be in tandem with your North Node, so fated events are actually going to come in to help you heal too. So there's not really much that you need to do to go out of your own way to heal. It's actually going to happen for you. Okay, moving on. Oh, also watch out for frivolous spending too, from one Cancer ascendant to another. Okay. Let's see here. Then we have nothing in Virgo. We have Jupiter and Libra. Could come from a big family here. Definitely an excellent student of life with that Jupiter-Saturn trine here. It is really important here to gain the experiences from early childhood and to execute that within your career status, legacy, and life's work to establish balance, okay? This is an energy that you like to think before you do, thank God, you know? Just be sure to also have a relationship by yourself, especially at your foundational level. Spending time by yourself can give you a lot of knowledge, can also give you a lot of, or can give you more experiences too. Now, I will say with Jupiter in Libra, you naturally have knowledge about how people work or how people can interact with each other. Just be sure here that you are expressing or approaching this with consistency, because there's some type of lesson that can come with this effortlessly. Nothing that's going to harm you or affect you, but there are some lessons tied to that as well. So definitely pay attention to that, all right? We have Sun, Moon, Pluto, and Mercury in Scorpio. Already went through that. We have Venus and we have North Node in Sagittarius here. Now, we have Venus in Sagittarius, and it is in a mutual reception with Jupiter and Libra. Alara caught it a whole lot quicker than I did, so props to you. So I will say here, with that mutual reception, your day-to-day endeavors, your personal development, work schedule routine around that, as well as your home, family, and emotional well-being, they're going to have a lot of exchanging energy, okay? So it is really important to prioritize your emotional well-being and implement that within your day-to-day. That will actually keep that energy afloat, okay? That can bring opportunities for you. That can even bring in fated events for you too, okay? With Venus in Sagittarius, just be sure not to give to other people in your day-to-day to your detriment, all right? With North Node here, fated events will definitely move you towards not only mundane situations to where you can implement certain things within your day-to-day towards your career status, legacy, and life's work, but it's also going to be finding a certain belief system, a certain philosophy, a certain religion that actually correlates with your life's purpose or the meaning of life, whatever that may mean to you. So finding a philosophy, a belief system, a meaning of life, and expanding on that will definitely be beneficial towards moving towards your North Node energy, okay? Moving on, we have Uranus and Neptune in Capricorn. With Uranus in Capricorn, and especially in the 7th house, you're yearning to be understood in a connection here. But with Uranus in the 7th house, you just have to be sure that this is going to be their unconventional type of relationship. So just be sure here that you're understanding yourself or understanding what it is that you're attracting. When it's in Capricorn, this could be the outlandish energy. With it being in Neptune as well, this could be somebody who shares your personal beliefs. This could be somebody who may be aligned to you on a spiritual level too. This could even be a soulmate type of relationship. Just be sure to look at that from a realistic lens instead of looking at it from maybe, like, you could be delusional, but not be too delusional to where it's like, oh, you're expecting things to kind of work out according to your dreams, because that may not be in correlation to what Capricorn is showing you. Capricorn usually tends to give you karmic lessons through the reality of certain things, okay? And this could be a result of your healing journey. So it is really important that you're prioritizing that healing journey, letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. That can actually help you tenfold within a relationship. relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, okay? Last but not least, about that 7th house, the best relationship you can have is a relationship that you have with yourself, okay? That can actually bring balance between the two. It can help you to even learn more about yourself, all right? With Saturn in the 8th house, definitely confronting fears of intimacy, vulnerability, and your healing journey. Also, watch out for micromanaging things that are outside of your control, okay? Micromanaging things that you can't really control, because the 8th house is all about surrendering control, all right? With that Saturn in the 8th house, it could represent an inheritance. It may come with a little bit of delay, but with Saturn in the 8th, it's usually something, or it could speak to an energy that it's hard to let go of certain things. So be sure that we are really keeping around the things that are of service to us at this current moment. Otherwise, let it go, okay? With Saturn in Aquarius, you definitely may have a different approach to your healing journey, with that being in the 8th house. Just be sure here to level up and to step into your power, that you are really owning your shadow side as well. That could be a major lesson for you. Perhaps maybe you could be afraid that other people may, what are other people going to say about it? What are, whatever. Also watch for chaotic tendencies, because with Saturn here, that could be a karmic lesson that may come out, or that may just come out during your transition period or transformation as well too. All right, Pisces MC, just be sure to develop a connection with the universe. Definitely deepen that if that already exists. Trusting in the unknown as well. That can actually help you to understand yourself better. But as I said before, you are being guided on your journey. You're being guided within your career status, legacy, and life's work. Not saying that there's not much for you to do, but when you feel like there is nothing else to do, definitely stand knowing that things are going to work out for you, because as I said, you're being guided towards something, and things will reveal itself in due time, okay? But stay in your power, express that. That will also contribute to your emotional fulfillment as well, okay? That's all I'm seeing for you, chart, for the most part. Thank you. All right. Let's see here. That was AA. Of course. Anytime. I just have new names to add, so bear with. We have Kimberly, and then we have Yolanda. Okay, I think this is going to be the last call for readings. So if you want a reading, it's going to be 15 doll hairs. All you have to do is send $15 to TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. The name is synonymous through all 3 platforms. Just be sure to include your birth information, like date, time, and location, like the example that you see right there. All right, for international birthdays, just be sure to format that month, day, year instead of day, month, year. And if you forget to send your information, it's okay. Just send it to my Instagram at TRZO, TRESCZO. Okay, we'll add you to the queue. Did you know, for new moon girlies, if the moon degree is earlier than the sun's, it's an old soul? If the degree is earlier than the sun, then it's an old soul. Yes, because if it's past the sun, that represents new beginnings. It represents a newer soul. When it's coming to the sun, that represents that you've been here for some time. I think it's called a balsamic moon, because I have it myself. It's within 45 degrees of the new moon, but it's not the it's not like a third quarter moon or anything like that. So yes, you're very intuitive. You come with a lot of natural intuitive gifts, and you're meant to share that with other people, as well as come into an understanding with what it is that your gifts are, per se. I remember reading about that a year or two ago. Yo, all right. Did I write everybody's name down? I did. All right, let's see here. Love that. If I did this for money, I'd be so depressed. What are you talking about? If you did what for money, you'd be so depressed. What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talk about? What you talk? I said my lip gloss be popping. My lip gloss be cool. Anybody remember that song? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know about me? What you know? I said my lip gloss be cool. My lip gloss be popping. What a time. Life was so simple back then. If you did astrology readings for money, you'd be so depressed. Well, that's perspective. I'm sending thoughts and prayers to you. All right, Kimberly, we're up to you. All right, let's see here. Johnson City, Tennessee. There's a Johnson City everywhere. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. And we need... All right, here we go. I'm sure it's more fun than doing other dirty work. Yeah, it's fun for me, because astrology found me, and, it's helping me out in my life, so I'm just returning the favor to other people. You never know who you're helping. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, I just want to move this over a little bit because I'm like, I want you at least to see the numbers. All right, there we go. Sun 28 Virgo, Moon 14 Scorpio, Mercury 24 Scorpio retrograde, Venus 4 Libra, Mars 6 Scorpio, Jupiter 16 Aries retrograde, Saturn 17 Aquarius retrograde, Uranus 7 Virgo, Neptune 13 Virgo, Pluto 12 Virgo, North Node 16 Cancer retrograde, Chiron 11 Pisces retrograde, Ascendant 4 Aries, MC 2 Capricorn. Not a single critical degree. Look at you shining. All right, let's see what's going on up here. Aries Ascendant, first of the day. All right, let's see. Part of your ascension requires you to focus on yourself, identity, independence, taking action towards your life's direction, and giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. With Jupiter here, it's adding a lot of experience and a lot of wisdom, okay? Just be sure to utilize that when you're taking action towards whatever it is that you're taking action towards. Now, I will say your ascendant is forming a point within a T-square, MC being the apex. There needs to be the balance between your public and your private life, okay? Prioritizing your private life, really paying attention to your emotional well-being, feeling your feelings and your emotions through really listening to your intuition, as well as learning yourself at a foundational level. It's actually your North Node energy, okay? So if you're tapping into your North Node energy, not only are you stepping into your destiny energy, but you're alleviating any inner conflict and tension that you may be having. Look at God. It's a two-way street. Now, moving on, your chart ruler, your first house ruler is actually in that 9th house there. Sorry, it's in the 8th house. It just looks like it's in the 9th house, but it's in the 8th house of your healing journey, prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, and making peace with your past. Letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. Just be sure here that we are not rushing through your healing journey, dealing with any suppressed emotions that may come up to the surface, and also looking at your healing journey through a realistic lens rather than through a false illusion, okay? Because this may cause some psychological damage if not careful. When you prioritize your healing journey and when you're actually taking action towards stepping into your power, becoming a better version of yourself and transforming, this can actually have an effect to help you heal in your spiritual journey, and it can actually help you to heal yourself and other people too. So it's really looking good. It's really looking good. Let's see here. Her birthday was, oh wow, yesterday. Happy belated birthday. Did you do anything? Did you go out? Did you eat? You know, did you go on a trip? More importantly, did you not bring me? My birthday is close. It's close. I'm going to leave it there. Anyway, it was yesterday, actually. Happy late birthday. Tell us what you did. All right, moving on. Nothing in Taurus. We have nothing in Gemini here. Oh, by the way, North Node, the transiting North Node soon to cross over that Jupiter. Pay attention within the next couple of months. Pay attention to any fated events, okay? Pay attention to any opportunities that may come your way, all right? Nothing in Taurus, nothing in Gemini. Already went over North Node in Cancer, nothing in Leo. We have a party in Virgo, don't we? No, this weekend I will celebrate. Oh, what are you planning? All right, let's see here. We have the Sun, Mercury, Pluto, and Uranus here. Uranus here may bring sudden changes here. Perhaps maybe you feel like you want to change jobs suddenly, or you just want to change within your day-to-day. Just be sure to pay attention to any ideas that come about when you are feeling in this energy. That can actually help you to execute any future endeavors that you may have for yourself, and it can have an impact within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Now, with Pluto in the 6th house, Pluto is all about being your most vulnerable, authentic self with both your light and your shadow attributes, but it's also about prioritizing your healing journey to where nothing can bother you or trigger you, okay? Become your authentic self here, but this may come with a little bit of intimidation from other people, okay? With Mercury and the Sun here, there is some communication within your day-to-day that may be seen as intimidating from other people because you are showing up as your most authentic self, which can be a trigger to other people because you're serving as the catalyst for them to either heal or to project. 9 out of 10 times they may project, so don't take on that projection. Just stay focused on your personal development journey. Also finding a balance between spiritual development and personal development, so implementing something from your personal journey within your day-to-day will also help you to step into your power as well, and it can also help you to heal yourself and heal other people too. Look at God. All right, moving on to Mercury in the 6th house. Just make sure that you're not self-critical or critical of others within your day-to-day as well, but part of your becoming is to become that best version of yourself too. There's a lot of correlation between your day-to-day and your healing journey, so just be sure that you're incorporating something within your day-to-day that can help you to heal and to step in your power as well too. All right, moving on, we do have Venus and Libra sitting heavily pretty on that descendant there, and that means it's forming an opposition to your ascendant. Just be sure that you are not giving to other people to your detriment when in a relationship dynamic, but also having a relationship with yourself. Best relationship that you can ever have here, okay? Definitely a lot of charm and charisma and balance to your personality here, but just be sure to watch for people pleasing as well. With Venus in the 7th house, Venus tends to put other people before itself, so just be sure that you're not doing that to your detriment, all right? But for the most part, there is definitely an attraction here towards a relationship relationship, you definitely may bring this in. The desired partner for you may be somebody who likes to be with somebody else. You like to do things with other people, perhaps. Venus is at, let's see here. I don't know if it's your sole proprietor. It could be, but you do have planetary dispositors. Not proprietor, sole dispositor, not sole proprietor. Look at me talking business. Am I still accepting orders? Yes, I am. It's the last call, but it's sole dispositor. And for those that don't know what a sole dispositor is, it's when a planet is in its domicile sign. So for instance, we have Saturn in Aquarius here. We have Mars in Scorpio. Those are the traditional rulings. We have Venus in Libra, Mercury in Virgo. Those are all dispositors, planetary dispositors. And when you only have one of those in your chart, every placement's going to lead back to that dispositor. For instance, we have Moon in Scorpio. It's ruled by Mars, because Moon in Scorpio, Scorpio's traditional ruler is Mars. Mars is in Scorpio. That is the planetary dispositor. All placements are going to lead back to that one placement. And you got a couple of dispositors in your chart, which means that those planets are at its optimal strength. All right. Now, Venus can also have an influence within your career status, like I see nice work. But as I said, just find balance between your personal and your private life. Things will work out just fine between the modality. Okay. Already went over Scorpio, nothing is Sagittarius. Capricorn MC, you're going to teach a collective how to put in the work, which means you're going to go through your own journey of really establishing your career status, legacy, and life's work. Getting success and status may not be the easiest, but once you get it, it's going to be easier to retain, okay? Part of your mission in this lifetime is not just about what you know, but it's also about who you know. So it's going to require you to network and put yourself out there, okay? Now, with Saturn in Aquarius, this is going to deal with friends, groups, networks, and organizations and the execution of your future endeavors. There's some karmic lessons here to learn, okay? This all has to deal with your unconscious qualities. Why do I say that? The 11th house is 12 places from the 12th house. And so this means that your unconscious qualities definitely are at its highest expression, and you may not be aware of these unconscious qualities, hence because they are unconscious. So it is really important to spend time by yourself to understand what these qualities may be. That way you can see them in yourself before other people see it within you. And this can actually affect support if not careful. If these unconscious qualities take action without the support of other people, they may take a step back and watch as to how that may manifest for yourself, okay? 9 out of 10 times it usually ends up to be a chaotic situation, so just watch out for that. But usually when you're executing any future endeavors with Saturn in the 11th house, just watch out for implementing consistency, structure, and organization within that process, all right? Last but not least, before I let you go, you do have Chiron and Pisces. With Chiron and Pisces, this means that there could be wounds pertaining to spirituality, developing a trust within the unknown, or developing faith within your individual journey. This could even mean there are wounds around hidden enemies, people that smiled in your face, they wore a mask, they tried to have your best intentions at heart, but they were not the greatest person for you. Just be sure here to really establish your own personal connection with the universe, really focus on who's for you, understanding your own energy, taking time to really pay attention to your subconscious, so paying attention to your dreams and your visions. That way you can become your most pure version of yourself. Once you learn how to become pure and establish trust that somebody else could be pure too, that's what's going to help you to heal yourself and to heal other people too. But that's also going to stem from your healing journey. So your healing journey is going to be very important. So paying attention to your emotional well-being. So if you're feeling like everything is going great, definitely be sure that when somebody new is coming in, that you are discerning your energy, okay? That's going to be the opposition to Chiron here, okay? So paying attention to discerning whose energy is great for yours. Also, who are you giving access to your energy to? All right, so I'm going to leave you with that question. That's all I'm seeing for your chart. Thank you. All right, so Victoria asked, how do I place an order? So basically, you just send $15 to TRZO LLC, Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. The name is synonymous through all three platforms. You just have to send your birth information, like the example that you see right here. For international birthdays, all you have to do is format that month, day, year instead of day, month, year, unless you're coming from Europe, okay? And then that's pretty much it. So just sending it to my my Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal, and then you just DM me if you forgot any information. That's pretty much it. Okay, that was Kimberly. All right. I'm here, by the way. So, okay, Yolanda's here. Okay, I'm going to send. All right, Victoria, you go ahead and send. Readings are closed, everybody. Readings are closed. Victoria, if you send within the next reading, you'll be okay. Otherwise, readings are closed for everyone else. All right. All right, so let me just space that. That way that's somewhat centered. And now we have Yolanda. All right, let's see what's going on here. Yolanda. And so I can't order. Yeah, no, go ahead. Go. Just Put it in. If it's within this next reading, you're fine. Oh, sorry, never mind. Just saw that they were closed. No, Obi, you're fine because I still owe you one from the beginning. So I'm glad that you're still here because you got the free reading and I knew that you were going to come back at some point. Do you think you'll do longer lives again during winter? Probably so. The only reason why I'm like cutting it close today is because it's Friday. But when winter is here, that's usually when more people come in and stay. So that's usually why lives have been short lately, is because people don't really stay in all that much, or people kind of just like, or they're expecting something free, so that's why I've been ending it earlier. Also, if I'm to be candid, there has been somebody who I've done a reading for on live back in May, and they disputed the order. So, like, for instance, because during summer, everybody's doing everything, and then fall, things pick back up, and then winter, everybody's on TikTok. So I'll definitely, have longer lives and more Q&As. But also another reason is because, like, I don't spend so much time on my lives is because, like, a couple of days ago, or last week, I should say, there was this one girl who disputed her payment after a reading that I gave to her, and the reading was fine, everything was great, but at the time I wasn't doing YouTube videos, and I explained to her in the live that we don't do those types of readings, like we don't record them, because at the time I didn't know how to. And basically, she disputed the payment. So, like, basically getting a free reading out of it. And that's why I'm like, you know what? If people are just going to do that, then I'm not going to do readings, because I don't think that, it's fair to other people that are actually wanting to learn more about themselves. And then you have people that are just taking advantage of the system. So that's why I kind of cut it short. That way I get it. I know who I did a reading for, and I make sure that these people are here. Some people are so rude. Yeah, it's just... it's corruption, but like at the same time, I know that I'm like, their energy does not go unexcused. I'm not going to sit here and get rah-rah over them. You could deal with my spirit guides over there. But I don't accept the fact of people just taking advantage of people that are really just trying to learn and grow. People just want a free reading. Saturn will get them. Yes, they will. And I'm sending my thoughts and prayers with that. The energy is insane, and I don't know if I'm coming or going. I understand to an extent astrology. Yeah, it could be tricky because there's a lot of different systems of astrology that people follow too. So it could be tricky. All right, is Obi? I know Yolanda's here. Obi is still here too. And then I have Victoria, and I have Trinity. All right. Anybody else before I close it? Because once I close it, I'm closing it. It's technically closed, but like, I stepped for my reading. Yep, you got it. Going once, going twice. I'm closing it. Okay, cool. Readings are closed, everyone. Readings are closed. So I did get Yolanda, I have Obi, I have Victoria, and then I have Trinity too, okay? So let's continue this. Let's continue. We have Yolanda up. Yolanda. It's Meg the Stallion. I'm not over that. Let's see here. All right. We have... Oh, didn't mean to do that. Kingston Pen. And we were born at a time, at a place, on a day... All right, here we go. Let's see what we're seeing from here. Oop, is it Chicago? Chicago. It's a city that, well, no one's from, today no one's been from Chicago. People have been, this is the second Pennsylvania that I have today. Did I do in Illinois yet? Actually, let's see. Being nosy, sorry, I gotta look up where you guys are from. I have Seattle, I have Austin, Texas, I have Kingston, Pennsylvania, I have, and then the other Pennsylvania. So, no Chicago, but if you guys are from Chicago, let me know. Let me just take a look at the polls. Where are we going at so far? Okay, Aries, Leo, Sag, 1429, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, 2857, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, 2381, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, as we should, 3333. I'm not biased, you're just bitter. Okay. It's giving you flew here, we grew here. Anyway, there was a video on my TikTok yesterday, and there was this girl that was from Colorado pretending that she was from New York, and she was walking and had this like fake New York accent. She was like, "You flew here, we grew here," and ever since then, I'm like, I'm gonna use that. It clicks. Here we go. Sun 0 Capricorn, Sun's at a critical degree, Moon 12 Taurus, Mercury 10 Sagittarius, Venus 24 Sagittarius, Mars 4 Scorpio, Jupiter 16 Aquarius, Saturn 4 Sagittarius, Uranus 18 Sagittarius, Neptune 3 Capricorn, Pluto 6 Scorpio, North Node 6 Taurus retrograde, Chiron 10 Gemini retrograde, Ascendant 25 Gemini, 25 could be a confirmation number if you're into numerology, MC 1 Pisces. MC is not at a critical degree. It's not at a critical degree. All right, here we go. Gemini, scene done. Hold on, give me 1 second. All right, that sounded like something I would say. I'm just saying, like, I think it's a good saying, you flew here, we grew here. All right, here we go. Gemini ascendant. Part of your ascension, it requires you to focus on community communication, developing your skills, as well as siblings, cousins, your immediate environment will definitely have an influence on here. Your thoughts, your ideas, as well as your opinions are definitely going to be at the forefront of your ascension as well. Perhaps when you were sharing your opinions, your thoughts with people, they probably had something to say about it. Could have shut you down in a sense. Be sure to find an outlet to get your words out there. Also focusing on yourself, your identity, your independence, taking action towards your life's direction, as well as giving back to yourself through self-nourishment. Having a relationship with yourself, because we see all those oppositions to that 7th house there, just be sure to have that relationship with yourself. That'll actually help you to heal yourself and to heal other people too. Okay, Gemini ascendant can also do things in multiples because it could represent the jack of all trades, master of none, and you'll even do it better than the master of one, okay? Just be sure here to watch for spreading misinformation or gossip about somebody or a person, place, thing, okay? Because this could be this can contribute to your wounds. With your chart ruler being in the 7th house, relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts will also have an influence. Let me move this up a little bit. That way you can see it. This will also have an influence on your ascension as well. So just be sure that you're finding the balance between self and other, okay? Moving on, we have nothing in Cancer, nothing in Leo, nothing in Virgo, nothing in Libra. We have 6th house Scorpio, Mars and Pluto here. I like seeing Mars and Pluto in the 6th house. Everybody else is kind of like, oh no, I don't really care for that. I'm like, I don't know what you heard. I like seeing Mars in the 6th house. It's working for good health. Just don't overwork yourself, because then that's where things kind of get out of whack. It could turn transformative, okay? But I will say here, with Pluto here, with Pluto in the 6th house, it's a very powerful placement. I actually have this natally. This can contribute to your career status, I can see in life's work. But what helps you to step into your power within your day-to-day is prioritizing your healing journey. Really going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment with your personal development journey. That's what helps you to step into your power, just as long as you don't over-obsess over those themes, okay? Also, be sure to pay attention to setting up any schedules or routines, structures in regards to your spiritual journey as well, implementing that within your day-to-day, or also implementing things within your day-to-day that could potentially help you towards your career status, like I see in life's work. Establishing a connection with the universe can also help you here, because you are going to be guided within your career with that Pisces MC placement. Okay, so establishing some sort of connection and utilizing that within your day-to-day can definitely help you to not only step into your power, give you energy and drive, but it's also going to lead you towards whatever it is that you're destined for within your career status, like I see in life's work, okay? Moving on, we have Saturn, Mercury, Uranus, Venus, and the Sun in Sagittarius here. Sorry, the Sun is actually in Capricorn. So we have Venus, Uranus, Mercury, and Saturn here. So Saturn in the 7th can actually delay relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection. For business is actually great. I'm not going to lie here. It does great for business. Takes a little bit in the beginning, but it usually gets better as time progresses. Same for relationships. It's a little slower here, though. Karmic relationships can definitely be seen here. Now, I will say, in terms of business, if in the case that you have any business ideas that can actually be utilized within your career status, I can see in life's work. Relationships could too. Any partnerships can definitely be seen. There could be some inner conflict and tension at first, but I will say here, just be sure to have the right intention with what it is that, or who it is that you're implementing within that career as well too, because that will really turn that square into something that you can use as a means of success and achievement. Now with Mercury here, you can learn a lot about yourself through other people. Just be sure here that we're not spreading gossip or misinformation. Karma can come through that 7th house, since Saturn has an influence there. With Uranus, you yearn to be understood in a connection. You yearn to be understood understood in a relationship as well. Just be sure to understand yourself, okay? Friendships will definitely be better juxtaposed starting off the relationship in a relationship setting, okay? With Venus here, this means that you can definitely attract a partner, somebody who does share similar beliefs to you. Just be sure to find your own belief system, philosophy, your own meaning of life, and move towards your own life's purpose, because that not actually, let's see here. Yeah, because that can actually bring in a partner for you once you prioritize that within yourself, okay? Moving on, we do have Sun and we have Neptune in Capricorn here. With the Sun in Capricorn, major focus is going to be on your healing journey, really letting go of it no longer serves you, letting go of it no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. With Neptune, you just need to face your healing journey in a realistic lens, okay? There could be some times where we're prioritizing our healing journey, but we may not know or understand the reality of what that may mean, okay? So there could be some karmic lessons that come in through our healing journey. Capricorn can sometimes restrict us from certain things. Perhaps it may be hard for us during that time. We may want to control our circumstance, but it's really about letting go and really just feeling the feelings when they come up, dealing with them, facing them head on as well. That's what's going to help you to step into your power here. It's also going to have an influence within your career, status, legacy, and life's work. So just be sure that you are prioritizing your healing journey there, okay? With Jupiter in Aquarius in that 9th house here, this means that opportunities are going to be here to really progress in finding a belief system, a philosophy, and expanding on that, okay? With Aquarius energy in the 9th house, this is a natural rebel when it comes to beliefs, when it comes to the traditional beliefs or conservative beliefs, I should say. Anything that is deemed outdated to the Aquarius will always have something to say. 222 is on my clock as we speak as well. I will say with Jupiter in Aquarius, this is also a very innovative placement, and it does throw a square to your 12th house here. I will say that there's a lot of opportunities to really expand on your spiritual path as well. This can actually lead you to emotional fulfillment, but there's a square here, okay? Because there may be some conflict in regards to your belief system and what other people are doing juxtaposed what may manifest on your individual path. Just be sure to tie in together your belief systems as well as your individual journey. Just be sure that they correlate together. Perhaps maybe your beliefs or your life's purpose are in alignment with your individual spiritual journey and your individual connection with the universe. Then that can turn that square into a means of achievement, okay? Moving on, you actually also have a lot of fortunate energy manifesting for you in Aquarius. It's going to be quick, or it could come in very quickly, but there's a lot of fortunate energy that can manifest through relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contract for you. So look at God. All right, let's see. Did I miss anything with that? No. Pisces NC, just be sure to develop that connection with the universe if it doesn't already exist, because as I said, you are being guided. Things that you do within your day-to-day will definitely have an influence on your career, status, legacy, and life's work. MC ruler, your 10th house ruler, could be found through 2 places, your 8th house and your 9th house, okay? So your healing journey is going to be very important because that's actually what's going to bring in the opportunity for you to expand, all right? Moving on, we have nothing in Aries. Last but not least, we have North Node and Moon in Taurus. Very emotionally stable. You will find emotional fulfillment through your spiritual journey as well as finding your worth and value or establishing that worth and value too. We do have a bit of a catch-22 here though. I'm not going to lie to you, so you may want to listen up. When it comes to your spiritual journey, it's really important that you approach your spiritual journey from a pure intention, from a pure energy. With Taurus being on the 12th house, this could symbolize definitely benefiting monetarily from a spiritual business or from a spiritual journey, whatever that may mean for you. The thing is, with Taurus in the 12th house, bringing materialism in the 12th house and making things about materialism can actually bring damage to the house if not careful, okay? The same thing can apply to Venus in the 12th house because you're bringing a materialistic planet in the house that's supposed to be pure. Now, yes, Venus is exalted in Pisces, but that doesn't mean that Venus may embody those Piscean energies. Now, with Taurus ruling over your 12th house, just be sure that we are approaching things with pure intention. You're actually moving towards this energy, and that can actually give you the most fulfillment. Watch for escapism, setting up energetic boundaries would benefit you as well. If in the case that you approach this from a materialistic lens, not only is this bringing damage to your spiritual journey, this can bring damage to your relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts, as well as your belief system if not careful too. So just be sure here that we're approaching anything spiritual with a pure intention and not from a materialistic standpoint, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. I never charge. I just want people to feel better. Well, I will say this. Definitely charge. That way you are benefiting from that energy exchange, but just don't make it about money. Because I also have Taurus in my 12th house in my sidereal and also my relocation chart now too. And I'm like, just be sure that we are doing it to help other people. And, you know, you can help people. Just don't help people to your detriment. Be sure that there's the energy exchange, but also make sure that you're walking away with something that isn't leaving you in the rough and cut, if that makes sense. All right, let's see who's next. Well, readings are closed for somebody who just asked. They said, "Do you have to pay, or do we have to pay, or is it free?" It is paid readings that people are signing up for. Obi's the only person who got the free reading question correct. Is Obi still here? Is Obi? Okay, Obi is still here. I think I still have your information. Oh, no, it's on my phone. So, did you send your information to my Instagram? And I feel like there's something in my throat. Can I get a transit reading for Washington, D.C.? A transit reading for Washington, D.C. Yeah. Yes, you can. So while we're waiting for Obi to send his information, does anybody have any questions? Actually, oh, did I just freeze real quick? I did. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, 1818, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, 2727, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, 2273, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, 3182. All right. So thank God for the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces winning. Look, I said what I said, not just because I'm biased. Fire signs. Let's see here. Aries, Leo, Sag. I think they're in third place. No, they're in last place. That's a first. What type of astrology do I practice? That's a good question because honestly, I don't practice Western astrology because not everything I find in there. I feel like people want to stay in sun sign land with that. But I think I'm more of the psychology side of astrology because I like to help people to understand their energy and come up with practical ways that can help them to learn more of themselves. So I'd say that it's more like it's like a counseling session. It's like therapy through astrology of what I do. But I don't necessarily have a specialty because I do all types of astrology. I do tropical, I do sidereal, I do Vedic. I'm learning Vedic still, learning Hellenistic as well too. I know Laura is also learning Hellenistic as well. All right, so you said that so you just basically want a transit chart for your astrocartography is what I'm hearing. Because you said for Washington, D.C. I spelled your name wrong on this. I'm so sorry. I just noticed that. All right, Washington, D.C. All right. Oh, here we go. So wouldn't the transit chart need to be for DC? No. So I would just set your original birth chart to DC because it's a relocation chart. And then from there, I would read what's going to flow into what house. Y'all, I have 3 planets in the 10th house and 2 planets in Capricorn. Would that make me Saturn dominant? Is Saturn in your 1st, 4th, 7th, 10th, or 11th house? But whatever 3 of those planets are in the 10th house are either of them Saturn. All right. Also, Ozzy, I think you're next. Oh. No, Ozzy, I already did you. Did I? Yeah. Wait a second. Hold on. Bear with. Oh, yeah, I did. Oh, you did. Okay. Cool. They are not. Yeah, so Saturn becomes dominant when it's in the 1st, the 4th, the 7th, the 10th, or the 11th house as well. Somebody said it also becomes exalted in the house of its exaltation, but that's the 7th house in this case. So that's when you have dominant placements. But whatever is in your 10th house is a dominant placement for you. Okay, so you could just do my birth location in White Plains and then read the transits as if I'm in DC. No, that's what I'm saying, if that makes sense. That's why I pulled up your chart in DC, is because if you are in DC, I'm going to change your birth chart to as if you were born in DC. Yeah. Okay, because now that you're in DC, you're taking on this energy that you're seeing up here. Yeah. All right. So let's see here. You want a current transit reading. I just want to make sure if you have any critical degrees. Sun's going to be at that critical degree. We already know that. Mercury's at the critical degree. Venus is at the critical degree. Jupiter's at the critical degree as well. Uranus is at the critical degree. We got a lot of critical degrees. Let's just say that. Okay, let's see here. I know Sun is at 29 degrees Virgo, so I'm going to read for Libra, actually. Okay, so the Sun is soon to transit your 6th house, so your daily responsibilities, day-to-day events, work schedule, routine around personal development and physical health is soon to be at the forefront of what your focus is going to be. Just be sure to watch out for criticism of others during this time. Also, be sure not to give out your energy to other people to your detriment during this time as well, too. Work can also bring some opportunities for growth or for confidence to put yourself out there in the most authentic light, okay? When it comes to the moon placement right now, the moon is in Sagittarius. It's soon to go into Capricorn. I just want to make sure that that's not happening today. No, it's going to happen today. So right now, the moon is transiting in your 8th house, but it's getting out of the 8th house of your healing journey, intimacy, vulnerability, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, but it's going into your 9th house of belief system, philosophy, expanding on higher knowledge and higher education as well. So with the moon being here, first and foremost, be sure not to suppress any emotions during this time, but be sure that your emotional well-being is in alignment with your philosophy, your belief system, or with your life's purpose, whatever that may mean to you, okay? There could be some tension or inner conflict that may pop up during this time on a more internal note. That could be because of what somebody may be saying based off their belief or their perspective in regards to their spiritual beliefs or their whatever they may believe in, whatever religion that they're focusing on during this time. This can even pop up within career status, legacy, and life's work as well. Now, with the moon placement, soon there could be something that may come up from below the surface. This could just be a suppressed emotion. Just be sure to face that head on. Don't suppress it any further, because then this can delay your healing process, okay? Moving on, we have Mercury in Virgo as well. So Mercury is still in your 5th house. So now is a great time to express any communication. Speaking up for yourself is going to be very beneficial. Definitely watch out for criticism of others during this time as well too. Can we do these transits for October 16th? Yes. Give me 1 second. What is on October 16th? Let's see here. We were born around the same time because we have the same placements. Let's see here. We're going to pay attention here. I just need an ephemeris positions. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. All right. So the sun is still the same. Moon's going to be in your 7th house. Oh, so you're going to actually have a lunar return on that day. Look at God. It's right after the eclipse in Libra, and it's my lunar return date. Yes, it is. It is your lunar return date. So major focus is going to be on relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, business contracts. The closer it is to that descendant, watch out for emotional manipulation, okay? Watch out for other people not having your best intention at heart. This could activate a T-square in your chart, so just be sure to prioritize your emotional well-being, learning yourself at a foundational level, really feeling your feelings and your emotions through, and listening to your intuition as well. That can actually be the catalyst to building up your confidence as well. But you have a grand cross here, so usually everything's going to be okay for the most part, because it is it's a grand cross, so you're all fine. Just making sure that you don't have another T-square. All right, with Mercury will still be in, Mercury will also be in Libra too. So with Mercury in the 6th house, you can definitely incorporate anything that you're learning within your day-to-day, within your personal development journey. For the eclipse, I will say, for the most part, that's actually going to take place in between your 12th house and your 6th house. So for you, it's going to be a 6th house full moon, which means that during this time, what your mundane, your day-to-day is going to be the major focus. Now, during eclipse season, this is more of an internal massive change. It's not going to be external. So this is more towards your personal development journey. This could be just things that you're doing within your day-to-day to work towards your personal development journey to become the best version of yourself. Other people can definitely assist you here, or other people could be leaving your life during this time as well too. Just be sure to be open to receptivity, or just be open to change in general, because the eclipses definitely bring change on either inner or outer level, okay? Moving on, we do have, we do have Venus is still going to be in Virgo in that 5th house there. Venus is in planetary joy in the 5th house. During this time of October 16th, it'll be a great time to really go out and enjoy life for its recreation, but it'll also be a great time to really develop expressing yourself, putting yourself out there, developing your confidence, because other people will definitely like that too. Other people may give you resources to further develop your confidence, or as well to just enjoy life and its recreation. So this will be a great time for the Venus transit as per. Now for Mars is also going to be in your 7th house during this time too. So I will say transiting moon is going to cross over that Mars. May be a little bit frustrating during this time in regards to relationships, partnerships, interpersonal connection, because Mars is also joining into this grand cross here. It's going to be a little conflicting here, but for the most part, it's all going to be okay. Just a couple of weeks that it may be a little bit frustrating, especially on an inner level since it's crossing over your moon. Just be sure here to prioritize your healing journey, facing everything on, but not rushing through that process of dealing with any emotions that may come up during that time, okay? Then we have Jupiter. Jupiter's going to be in that 1st house still, which is actually very good. It still may be retrograde. It is going to be retrograde. So with Jupiter retrograding in your 1st house, anything that you did when Jupiter was direct is actually coming back during this time. So any opportunities that may have presented itself when Jupiter was direct is now time to reevaluate and revisit to see if it's the best fit for you. See also if it's in alignment with not only your career status, legacy, and life's work, but also see if it's in alignment with your belief system, your life's purpose, your philosophy, your meaning of life as well, okay? With Saturn is in Pisces, it's in your 11th house right now. You don't have any Piscean placements other than, I think, Uranus. But Uranus, it's still in a loose conjunction, especially since it's retrograding. On this day, it'll actually be at 0 degrees, so it'll be on top of your Uranus placement. There could be a life lesson that may happen suddenly in regards to friends, groups, networks, and organizations during this day. So definitely pay attention to it. Also pay attention to spending time with yourself during this time. If there have been any unconscious qualities that you may have been unaware of, this may come to light during this day. It may come from the unknown to being known. You may find out through a friend, perhaps. Just seeing if there's any other Pisces placement. No, but pay attention to your dreams, especially around this time, because your dreams may be telling you something very important. This could be a life lesson for you too, okay? Now with Uranus is still in your 1st house too, bringing sudden change-ups, sudden shake-ups as well. It is going to be forming that opposition to your 7th house there. Best relationship that you can have is with yourself. Paying attention to any ideas that come across during this time. This can actually be utilized to execute any future endeavors since it is forming a sextile to your natal Uranus, okay? With Neptune being in Pisces here, Neptune is in its home sign, so that's why I say pay attention to your dreams or paying attention to any visions that you may have with Saturn, because that's actually going to show you the reality of certain situations that you may be in, okay? But your natal Neptune is in the 10th, so right now it's actually 2 places from it. So with Neptune in Aquarius, with Neptune being in Pisces in the transit, this is actually a great time to profit from Neptune's energy because it's 2 places from its original placement in your chart. Okay, so anything that you're doing within career status, legacy, and life's work can actually be very beneficial to benefit from Pisces, from Neptune's perspective. And then for Pluto, we have Pluto in Capricorn, which is happening in your 9th house there. So it's gonna be at 27 degrees right now. Unless it's going to be at 20, nope, it's still going to be at 27. So with it being at 27, it's also going to come out of retrograde during this time too. Now it may be in conjunction with your MC, just making sure it is. So it's going to be within a 4-degree conjunction with your MC. During this time, you may be very magnetic to authority figures, people that are in positions of power and authority as well. I know it's directly on your MC, I know. But it's actually not the worst placement. When it's in Capricorn, it's not the greatest placement, but it's not the worst placement here too. Be sure that you are becoming aware of your shadow side and embrace it. Embrace your light attributes and your shadow attributes. That's all Pluto wants from you, to express your fullest version, your most authentic version of yourself. And you're meant to do that in front of the masses during this time. There will be people that like you. There will be people that won't like you. Just don't give in to the projection from the people that don't like you. Focus on the people that are really here to help you to grow within your career status, legacy, and life's work as well, all right? But that's pretty much it, what's going on with the current transits for you. Pretty good energy coming up for this next month, all right? Thank you. All right, now we have Victoria. You're welcome. Is Victoria here? Is Victoria here? Is Victoria here? All right, here we go. I know Laura just came back. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let me just back this up a little bit. All right, Victoria, is Victoria here? Okay, Victoria is here. Great, great, great. All right, here we go. Sun 7 Libra, Moon 0 Aquarius, Moon's at a critical degree. Mercury 11 Libra, Venus 29 Virgo, Venus is at a critical degree. Mars 25 Leo, Jupiter 21 Pisces retrograde. Saturn 1 Taurus retrograde, Uranus 8 Aquarius retrograde. Uranus is at a critical degree. Neptune 29 Capricorn retrograde, Neptune's at a critical degree. Pluto 5 Sagittarius, North Node 29 Leo retrograde. North Node is at a critical degree, sitting on the Regulus degree. Chiron 17 Scorpio, Ascendant 27 Capricorn, MC 18 Scorpio. Your North Node is very important. You need to pay attention to that. That's sitting on a fixed star of success, which means that your North Node is moving you towards fated events in which you are going to have a lot of attention on you. It's going to put you in rooms and around people that you normally wouldn't be around in a really good way. This could put you in rooms with world leaders and very influential people. But watch out for being overly confident and watch the ego here, because if not careful, this can represent the fall from grace as well. But we're going to talk more about that in the chart. I often lose concentration that I leave alive. I get it. All right, let's see here. Capricorn ascendant? Yes. All right. So part of your ascension is for you to focus on your career, status, legacy, life's work, as well as any hardships that you're learning lessons from. This is really how Capricorn or Saturn learns life lessons. It's usually through reality of some sort. With Neptune having an influence here, this may mean that you may not have a clear vision of what it is that you want to do. You may not have the clearest direction of what life direction you want to take or what path you would like to take in life as well. Just be sure to have a connection with the universe, deepening that connection if it already exists as well, trusting in the unknown, because this can actually help you, not just within your career, status, legacy, and life's work, but also helping you to figure out who you are too, okay? With the moon here, very in touch with your emotions, but it's also conjunct Neptune, so sometimes you may not have the best vision or you may not have the best understanding of your emotions, so just be sure to feel them through rather than intellectualize them or detach yourself from them as well. Now, moon is in Aquarius here, so this means that emotional fulfillment could also be found through establishing your worth and value, money, monetary income, as well as giving back to yourself, filling back up your own cup, and really giving to yourself through self-replenishment, okay? But let's see here. Your chart ruler, your first house ruler, can be found in your fifth house of building up your confidence, expressing yourself, or expressing your most authentic self, putting yourself out there, shining your light, not dimming your light because of other people's projection. This can also deal with your worth and your value as well. With Saturn in Taurus usually indicates that the universe is going to test your patience. So ask yourself when enough is enough, because this will help you to further establish your worth and value. It can also help you to give back to yourself or see where you may be giving your energy to where it's actually not serving you, okay? This can also be an indicator to learn your worth, because other people may see your worth and value. It's up to you to see it within yourself, okay? But speaking about your second house, with Uranus here in your second house having an influence here, just be sure that you're not spending more than what is coming in, because that could be the tendency with Uranus here. Sudden changes can happen to your financial state. Sometimes it can be really good where money's coming in from I don't know where, but this can also be that money can come out just as easily. So just be sure to watch for spending here. With the moon in the second house, money can wax and wane, or it can definitely come and go as well. So just pay attention to that. But anything that you execute towards your future endeavors, like future goals, dreams, wishes, that can actually be a source of income for you later down the road, okay? Moving on, we have Jupiter and Pisces in that third house. Definitely very wise and experienced when it comes to your ideas, sharing your thoughts, putting your opinions out there, okay? You naturally find a balance when sharing your experience with other people when you're sharing this information. Definitely pay attention to any ideas that do come through, because they can help you to execute any future endeavors. They can also help towards your career, status, legacy, and life's work. It can also be a means to help you heal not only yourself, but to heal the collective at large too. Just be sure that you're not over-obsessing over these themes as well. Also, when it comes to your healing, you want to prioritize your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past, letting go of what no longer is of service to you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharmic path. That will also help you to heal yourself and to heal other people as well. With Jupiter and Pisces, just be sure not to walk yourself into other people's drama or other people's energy. There's the tendency to take on energy that is not yours. You may mistake it as your own if not careful. Just be sure to set up energetic boundaries. That way you are not taking on other people's energy, and you are not giving access to people who don't deserve your energy at all, okay? Moving on, we do have nothing in Saturn. Nothing in Aries. We have Saturn in Taurus. We already went over that a little bit. But with Saturn in Taurus also, just be sure that we're not being too frugal to the point where it's like, oh, we're not having fun with life, or we're not enjoying life, or it's recreation too. Because with Saturn in the 5th, sometimes you can overwork yourself or become too serious and too authoritarian-like to where you forget to have fun. So also be sure that you're enjoying life and having fun, because this can help you learn more about yourself, and it can also contribute to your healing journey too. So look at God, you're getting the best of both worlds. Nothing in Gemini, nothing in Cancer, and then we have Mars and the North Node in Leo. Definitely meant to step into some sort of power here. Definitely may come into some sort of power position. With Mars here, it's really important not to rush through your healing journey, okay? There is going to be wisdom that you're meant to share with other people. There's a lot of confidence that can also come through your healing journey or some sort of transformation that you've gone through, okay? Your transformation can be a means to help you to build your authentic self or to express your authentic self out there. This will also have an influence within your career, status, legacy, and life's work, okay? Just be sure here with Mars in Leo that we are not rushing into like love or romance with anybody, or we're not rushing to be intimate and vulnerable with anybody either, okay? That's pretty much that for Leo. Nothing in, actually we have Venus in Virgo. Could be a picky patty energy, I'm not mad about it, but you're not going to settle on just an average belief system or whatever. You're actually going to go to the depths, you're going to ask the questions, you're going to make sure that that specific belief system is for you. Whether it's a belief, a philosophy, a religion, a way of life, whatever that means, you are here to figure out your truth, ask the right questions, that way you can develop yourself in becoming the best version of yourself, okay? But you are not expected to settle here. Just be sure to, as I said before, balance your third house energy, any information that you're sharing with other people, that you back that up with your personal experience, okay? Then we have Sun in Libra, Mercury in Libra here. Definitely major focuses on career, status, legacy, and life's work. With Mercury here, you can definitely utilize your ideas, your skills, as well as your communication. Other people will definitely like to hear what you have to say, okay? Watch for spreading gossip or misinformation within your career. This can be quite karmic, since the 10th house is the house of hardships, all right? People will talk about you within your career. That's just to develop a reputation. It's not usually anything bad, especially with Libra ruling over your 10th house. It's usually not going to be anything bad at all. Other people are going to help you to build up your career, status, legacy, and life's work. Just be open to receiving, okay? Then we have Scorpio MC. Chiron and Scorpio are over Chiron. With Scorpio MC, you're meant to transform the collective as well as help them to prioritize their healing journey. That way they can be the most authentic version of themselves possible, which means you're going to go through your own healing journey of your own. Now, this can actually help you within your own spiritual journey. It can help you to become more of your pure self, just as long as you don't over-obsess with that, okay? With Scorpio MC, you may attract people that really like you. They're really magnetic to you, and you'll also attract people that may project onto you because you're being your authentic self, and they see something within you that they believe that that's not within them. In reality, it's within them. They just need to heal, okay? Just don't take on that projection. That's actually going to help you to heal yourself, okay? Last but not least, before I let you go, you have Pluto in Sagittarius in that 12th household sign. Okay, Pluto here, very powerful for your spiritual journey. Just as long as you don't over-obsess over the spiritual journey, establishing that connection with the universe, trusting the unknown. Watch out for vengeance, revenge, over-obsession. Those can be karmic themes that may play on in regards to like hidden enemies, people that don't have your purest intention at heart as well, okay? Definitely focus on establishing your belief system, your philosophy, your way of living, your meaning of life. That'll actually help you to step in your power as well. Traveling to foreign lands can help you to ascend on your spiritual journey too, all right? But that's pretty much all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, then we have Trinity last. Of course, anytime. Trinity. What are considered critical degrees? We have a ton of critical degrees, actually. So every sign has a critical degree of 0 and 29 degrees. So every sign's critical degrees is 0 and 29 degrees. Then the critical degrees are broken down further by modality. Now, what is modality? That's the function of how the sign works, okay? And so for the modalities, we have the fixed modality, the cardinal modality, and the mutable modality. The cardinal, those are your initiators. That's Cancer, Aries, Libra, and Capricorn. For the fixed, those are your supporters of the cardinal energy. That is Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. And then you have the mutable. You're transitioning into something new. That is Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, and Gemini. For the cardinal signs, 1 degree, 13 degrees, 26 degrees are critical degrees degrees. So 1 degree, 13 degrees, 26 degrees of Cancer, Capricorn, Libra, and Aries are going to be critical degrees. For the fixed signs, 8 degrees, 9 degrees, 21 degrees, and 22 degrees are critical degrees. So 8 degrees, 9 degrees, 21, and 22 degrees of Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, and Leo are going to be critical degrees for the fixed signs. For the mutable signs, 4 degrees and 17 degrees are the critical degrees of the mutable. So 4 degrees, 17 degrees of Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces are going to be the critical degrees of the mutables, okay? So those are the critical degrees. All right, Trinity, we're up to you. What you know about Dallas? What you know about Dallas? Oh, you were also born at a synchronicity. Look at God. And were you literally born at 010203? Everything about your life right now is a synchronicity. I said what I said. Like, you were born at 123. You were born at 1212 on the dot. The way my Sag rising is at 4 degrees, yeah, it's giving critical degree. It's giving critical degree. Yes, it is. All right, Trinity. Let's see here. Aries ascendant. The universe taking care of you, I see. Let's see what's going on down here. Sun 11 Capricorn. Let me move this. Let me just back this up a little bit. Hello? I swear my roommate just came home, but I don't know. Anyway, let's see here. Sun 11 Capricorn, Moon 10 Capricorn, Mercury 28 Capricorn, Venus 25 Scorpio, Mars 20 Scorpio, Jupiter 16 Leo retrograde, Saturn 24 Gemini retrograde, Uranus 26 Aquarius, Neptune 9 Aquarius, Neptune's at a critical degree, Pluto 18 Sagittarius, North Node 6 Gemini retrograde, Chiron 10 Capricorn, Ascendant 12 Aries, MC 7 Capricorn. Ooh, excuse me. My roommate is home early. I hear him. I knew I wasn't, you know. All right, let's see what's going on here. We have an Aries ascendant here. Part of your ascension is to focus on yourself, identity, independence, as well as taking action towards your life's direction, giving back to yourself through self-nourishment as well. Just be sure to watch out for impulsivity and spontaneous actions towards going after your life's direction or your life's purpose pertaining to career, status, legacy, and life's work, okay? Chart ruler could be found in the 8th house of prioritizing your healing journey, going below the surface, accepting the darker aspects of life, making peace with your past. Letting go of what no longer serves you, letting go of what no longer is in alignment, which in turn puts you in alignment with your dharma path, the path that you're meant to be on. Just be sure not to rush through your healing journey. Other people can definitely help you to progress on your healing journey, as well as help you through a transition or a transformation, okay? In terms of a connection, you definitely may be open to something that's more deep, something that's intimate and vulnerable. Just be sure that you're not being intimate and vulnerable with everybody, okay? Because some people have to be healed in order to be with you, okay? But moving on, we have nothing in Taurus. We have the North Node in Saturn and Gemini. Could be a jack of all trades, master of none, and you'll even do it better than the master of one. Look at God. Okay, so you're not meant to do just one thing. You're meant to put your eggs in multiple baskets. So don't be afraid to try out multiple interests to see which benefits you. It's also really important to listen to your ideas because they're quite innovative. They're quite revolutionary. They can actually help to progress society to move forward. So pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to your vision. Definitely form a connection with the universe. Definitely establish some sort of connection with the universe. Deepen it if it already exists. This can actually cater towards your future endeavors as well too. Now, watch out for spreading misinformation. Definitely watch out for spreading any gossip of any sorts, because that could be quite karmic for you. All right, with Saturn in the 3rd, there could have been a restriction of sharing your opinions, your thoughts, but the only karma only comes in when you're spreading misinformation about somebody deliberately or gossiping about somebody deliberately as well, okay? So just watch out for that. Nothing in Cancer. We have Jupiter and Leo in the 5th house. A lot of opportunity to develop your confidence, to put yourself out there, to express yourself, to shine your light and not dim it because of other people's projection. Just want to make sure it is retrograde, so watch out for self-sabotaging. That means dimming your own light here too, okay? Because once you step into your confidence, not only could this have an effect on your future endeavors, in which you're going to need this confidence for, but it can also have an impact on your career, status, legacy, life's work, and your life's purpose. It's what's going to help you to step into your power. So step into your confidence. Don't give into other people's projection. Definitely focus on having fun and enjoying life for its recreation as well, okay? Now, there could be inner conflict and tension in regards to your healing journey. Just be sure that you are expressing your both light and your shadow attributes. That way, you are prioritizing your healing journey and you are expressing your most authentic self. All right? Nothing in Virgo, nothing in Libra. We already went over Scorpio. Pluto and Sagittarius. There is power when you find a belief system, a certain philosophy, a way of life, whatever that may mean to you, just as long as you don't over obsess over it, this is what's going to help you to step into your power, okay? Now, with this being conjunct your MC, you definitely may attract other people that share a similar belief system to you. Now, this can come in numbers, like you're attracting the masses here, but you'll definitely attract people that share that similar community with you, but you'll also attract people that may want to project onto you, so just don't even give into that, all right? I swear Jupiter is retrograde for so long. I think Jupiter just went retrograde, but Jupiter is usually retrograde for about I want to say 5 or so months, usually 4 or 5 months. Let's see what else is going on here. Part of your mission is to guide the collective in a spiritual direction, which means that you are going to go through your own journey, figuring out what belief system or meaning of life resonates with you. Just be sure here that you are sharing your story, sharing your experience with other people because you're meant to. But I will say here, just be sure to back any information that you're sharing with other people. Back that up with your own personal experience. That'll help you to bring balance between the axis, okay? In your 10th house, we have Moon, we have Chiron, we have Sun, we also have Mercury. You're definitely meant to share your ideas or communicate within your career status, legacy, and life's work. Part of your becoming is to focus on these themes that I just said. With Chiron here, you're definitely meant to heal yourself and other people by focusing on your own authority, being the authority within your own life, and not focusing on the other people that don't want to be there for your success, okay? Anything that you do within your career status, legacy, and life's work, it just needs to resonate with you on an emotional level. Otherwise, it gets the chop, all right? It may not be the best fit for you, I should say, but with Moon in Capricorn, just watch out for suppressing any emotions, all right? Moving on, we have Neptune, we have Uranus and Aquarius, another indicator to pay attention to your ideas. They're quite revolutionary. They can definitely help to progress society forward and make the world a better place, okay? With Neptune here, just be sure to watch out for the false illusion that may be over making your dreams a tangible reality, but also looking at that from a realistic standpoint. With Saturn's influence here, just be conscious of your unconscious qualities. Spending time by yourself can definitely help out with this, and this actually correlates to your healing journey, so be sure that we're prioritizing that healing journey. It will have an effect on executing your future endeavors, because the only reason why I say this is your unconscious qualities can actually put distance between you and the support, and if enough distance is made, then other people will just watch you kind of manifest some chaos. And also with Aquarius in the 11th house, watch for chaotic tendencies too, but for the most part, everything usually works out fine. You just yearn to be understood around friends, groups, networks, and organizations. Just be sure to understand yourself, because you're different, because you have the energy capable to make difference in this world, all right? But that's all I'm seeing for your chart for the most part. Thank you. All right, everybody, that's it for this weekend. This has been fun. It's been great. I will be back on Monday if in the case that you didn't get your readings today. But I do want you to check out the Beginner's Guide to Life Astrology Edition. It's the book that I wrote. It helps you to understand your astrology basics. It also helps you to read your own chart. Look at God. So go to the link in my bio under Trevor Sebastian Publishing and check out that book if you guys want to learn more about astrology. And if in the case that you want a private reading, you can go to the link in my bio under Universal Analysis. I do astrology, numerology, and tarot. And then we spend an hour looking at your chart. We laugh, we cry, we do all the A words. It's a good time. It is. So I recommend you look at those 2 links. But until next time, everybody, I fare thee well. Take care. Happy weekend. Goodbye.